All right, we are live. Hey, everybody. Hi. Welcome to the watch party. Okay, so before we get started on today's episode, I'm going to go around, let everyone just really quickly introduce themselves and also talk about what they are looking forward to, I guess, most this episode. So I'm Kaylee. If you haven't met me, hi, this is my channel. And this is my first Marvel experience, which is awesome. I'm just looking forward to finding out what happens to Wanda and Vision. I really want Wanda and Vision both to make it through this episode. That is my biggest goal. My also biggest goal is not to cry during this episode. So we'll see what happens. All right, Morgan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Did she pause? She pauses right as
she literally froze.
Oh, there we go. She's back.
There we go.
There she goes.
Am I good now?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So my channel is Teaching Disney, and I'm most excited for the Hex coming down.
Okay. Tim and Katie.
So we're Tim and Katie, and our channel name is Tim and Katie because we like to keep it simple. We do like adventure vlogs, resort vlogs. We do a lot of theme park vlogs, a little bit of everything. I personally am, if I get one of the three, either Mephisto or Doctor Strange or Aaron Taylor Johnson returning as Quicksilver, any of that will be fine with me. You have high hopes for Vision to live beyond.
Yeah, I want Vision and Wanda and the boys to all be happy, but I will settle for Vision being back and not dead.
I want to know who the rabbit is, because it is a person. Just don't know who.
Who is the
It's a bad rabbit.
Bad rabbit. Hashtag bad rabbit.
Bad
All right.
rabbit.
Yeah. All right, Connor.
I'm Connor. I just realized that I have my full name in here. I don't have my tag, but I guess it's a little too late for that. Anyways, I'm Connor. I'm Carousel of Connor. I do a whole lot of like Disney Character Warehouse. Just did a video today. We got parks too. I do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I don't really know what to expect too much. Like, I'm not too into like the theories and stuff. I didn't read up too much on that, but yeah, I'm excited for the end, I guess.
All right, Christina.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina. I'm with Read Pray Disney, and on my channel we talk all things Disney, from park to planning, to pins to book stories. Currently we're in a great series of Rebel Rose, so come join me on that. What I'm interested in tonight, I need to know who was the missing person Wu was sent for. Like, who was that? And I have a feeling, I did some snooping around. I didn't spoil anything, but I did some snooping around. I have a feeling Dottie is, remember the one who cut her hand, and they're like, she runs this town and the devil's in the details. I'm wondering if Dottie is Mephisto in disguise.
That's an idea.
But yeah, those are my two things. I want to know, is Dottie really, a thing? Was that a thing? And then two, or I guess really one, who's the person that was missing?
Yeah, those are great, Christina. I just want to shut something in there for a second before I go into Ajanaclair. I just want to know as well, like you said with Dottie, but also like the boss and the boss's wife. Is there a significance there?
Yeah.
Is there a reason we saw them? I just kind of want to know that this episode. Okay, Ajanaclair.
Answers. I want to know, I feel like they kind of touched on it last week. Oh, wait, before I get into that, I'm Ajanaclair. Which is like typical of my channel. I spent a year on YouTube without telling anybody my name. I'm Zoelle's World. We do Disney content. We do travel reviews. We do trip vlogs. We do local fun activities. We do it all. But into this series, I want to know why
Hang on. I'm sorry. I was trying to do that. Okay, there we go.
I want to know I mean, I understand from her childhood that they were obsessed with like these old school American shows, but I want to know like why the change from episode to episode by decades. Like that, I'm just still lost about that, and I want to know the relevance of episodes 1 and 2. Like, are we going to get some kind of connection, or were those just we didn't know where to start episodes, so we just started there?
Yeah, I agree. I want to know about that as well. All right, and last but not least, it is Thor, or it is actually my good friend April. Go ahead, April.
So I'm April from Thrifty Nerdy Mom. I do a lot of Disney, a lot of DIYs, and a lot of Dollar Tree. This month I am doing a whole Marvel theme, so I mean it fits in with the night, right? And what am I looking forward to this episode? I guess just I don't know. I love Pietro. I'm really digging Pietro, so I'm really wanting him to continue on into the MCU. I guess that's about it. Plus, I mean, Wanda and Vision, but I'm scared. I'm very nervous for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Pietro. I like Pietro too.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's links will be in the description box down below. So check it out. Like April said, she's doing Marvelous March. So I'm excited for that. But yes, everyone's links will be down below. Okay. So are y'all ready? Does anyone have anything before we start the episode? I'm so excited. Okay, so basically the way that we are planning on doing this is we are on a watch party on Disney Plus because I do not want my channel taken down. We are not streaming like the episode, like showing you guys what the episode is. So basically we have a timer that I'm going to be showing periodically throughout the episode to kind of show you where we are at. It might be a tiny bit behind, but if you guys wanted to watch with us while we're watching it, it kind of gives you an idea about where we are in the episode. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get that timer ready and then we will start our watch. We probably won't be responding to any comments during that time or like looking at comments. But after we watch it, we will start kind of commentary on what we've seen. So anyways, you guys ready?
Hold on. Before we start.
Go ahead, Christina.
Who all has shirts?
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see the shirts.
Okay. I don't have a WandaVision shirt.
Hold on. Okay.
Hang
on. I got mine.
There we go.
Hang on, wait.
Yes.
Nice.
Looking nice.
Very nice.
All right, Christina.
Okay, there's mine.
Oh, cute.
Okay, does anyone else have one?
No, not a WandaVision.
And of course, we have
No.
April looking like the work. But she's got the cute little emoji people.
Yes.
That is
And I
so
have the
adorable.
Funkos in the back too.
She's got the Funkos in the back, which is so cool.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk
If
after
anyone
this,
was
April.
wondering
I
what
need to get
DJ
those
Thor would look
emojis.
like,
Okay.
And
All right.
Connor's wearing a suit. It's very important. Everyone needs to know we peer pressure.
yeah,
Connor's wearing a suit.
Yay!
He's suited up.
I did.
Suited up. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead. We'd already, I'm going to get it to 4 seconds really quick because that's where we are doing our episode. And then, okay, guys, I'm pressing play. This is happening. I'm so excited. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
None of us talked about White Vision.
I was implying that I wanted. They would have to watch last week's live to know what I wanted. Ooh, that was good. Oh, this.
I love the theme intro. I don't know why.
They sped this up.
I love that they put the Iron Man
This is like
snap
on-
in the end.
Yeah, it's a
now.
50-minute episode.
Da, da, da. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, Cassidy, we are going to watch all the way through the credits.
What?
Cass,
This
I'm
is
still
too-
in the comments, and she said, make sure you watch all the way through the credits. We didn't know that.
Oh, the babies.
Oh, that was creepy as hell.
Can I say, I love her outfit. Like, they did a really good job
Yeah.
costuming her.
Did I miss something? When did they go outside?
They were outside at the end of last episode.
Oh,
Does anybody else keep stopping?
No.
no.
Mine doesn't.
Mine says sync up to the group the whole time.
Crap.
She's absorbing her power.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
I don't like the way she's walking. She's walking like so weird.
What's up with her hands?
Ooh. No, don't use your magic on her. She's going to take it.
Maybe she doesn't directly hit her with her magic and just like using an object to hit her. It won't.
It won't absorb.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Oh my god, that's totally
She
Wizard of Oz.
took all her mother's magic.
It's the Wizard of
Oh,
Oz.
wait. What part are you guys at?
Oh no.
Oh.
Pause and catch up.
Do we need a pause?
Hang on. Pause.
No,
pause.
just
pause.
what's happening right now?
Is it?
I paused.
Oh, Christina. Yeah. Pause. Okay, we're at 3 minutes and 3 seconds, right? Is everyone
I'm at
good?
2:57. Where are you guys?
White
We're at
vision.
White Vision.
Oh, White vision.
4.
Mine just keeps stopping. Like
Connor.
I hear all you guys reacting, and then it happens like 5 seconds later. It says syncing to the group the whole time.
Connor, just be like.
So look at everything else. I'm behind.
Oh, Connor. Okay, wait. Why don't you just try to get off the watch party and watch it like normal?
Okay.
Just get off the watch party
We knew this was gonna happen. We
and
knew
go to
this-
303. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
We depend on technology to know.
While he's doing that, y'all saw that creepiness with her hands, how the fingers and they're all black and
They're
weird.
like
Yeah.
blackening.
Yeah. It seemed
I
like
think
they
it's
got
because-
longer, maybe.
She was underground and like it's dirty down there. Maybe I don't know.
She's just digging through some.
Her fingers weren't that dark, weren't like that until she
okay.
absorbed Wanda's magic. Then her
Yeah.
fingers turned.
Well, they were all
Okay,
blacky while she was playing puppets with the boys too.
Oh, were they? Okay, I missed
Yeah.
that then.
Let me fix our timer too while we're waiting on Connor real
So
quick.
where are we
Yeah.
at?
We're at
304.
I'm at
304.
303,
Yes.
but 304 around there. It's okay
Yeah.
if we're like 1 second off. It's fine.
My
Yeah,
whole
We all
grade
good?
like went down.
I mean, I'm wherever you paused.
Yeah, I was definitely behind. Now I know White Vision.
We were smooth.
Okay.
I got white vision.
Oh,
Well,
Yep,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Okay, wait. Connor, what's going on your
All right.
end?
I got an idea. I think I'm gonna watch it on my phone because my the
Okay.
whole Disney Plus thing on my computer just went it said it's unresponsive.
Oh, Ajanaclair.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I didn't. It was the first time I sunk, so I'm like singing. I'm not
It's
doing
okay,
anything.
guys. It's okay. We're on 302.
I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah,
holding everyone up.
Connor, this is a lot of pressure. Get
I know. Sorry, guys.
It's
What's the
okay.
word?
It's okay.
It's all syncing up now.
I showed up this time.
Yeah. Okay, sorry to the people who are watching this live. Connor is getting his live.
It's
But-
your family off the Wi-Fi. That's why.
Yeah, not only did he show up, he got dressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he suited up. He suited up. Really quickly while we're waiting on Connor. No, Siri. Siri just thought I was talking to it.
I'm gonna try this
Cassidy
one more time.
asked, where did y'all get the WandaVision shirts while Connor is sorting out his thing?
Amazon?
Amazon and Kohl's.
Amazon.
Kohl's is Yeah. The cute cartoony ones are from Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yep. And
Yep.
this one is from Kohl's. And there was another one that we wore last week that's also from Kohl's. We ordered a lot of shirts at the last second because we knew we were going to be doing this. And we only got to use 2 of them.
Cassidy said,
Yeah.
Connor.
All right,
Come
I
on,
think
Connor.
I'm ready when you guys are. I'm in the group.
Okay.
I'm gonna try the group
All right.
one more time.
You going to go?
All right.
5.
Go ahead. Someone unpause it. Go. Because I got to do the timer. Someone unpause
Well, only
it.
one
Go.
person.
Okay, go. We're good.
I'm gonna cry already. Not good. Not good.
I'm getting so annoyed.
I mean, he doesn't look bad.
He just looks clean.
Yeah.
He clean.
It's like a computer.
Oh, this is not gonna be good.
Mm-mm.
He's
got a mission.
I'm
soulless.
so scared.
He's gonna squeeze her head.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Oh,
Right. That's not your vision.
oh God. Yes.
Vision.
Whoa!
Where did he come from? Rescue.
When did they get safe in the house?
Hmm. I did not think we were gonna get
All right.
vision fight in the
All
first
right.
5 minutes.
Wait on red.
Mommy's already on the
Your ex and your boy.
What?
I've been waiting for that line this whole show.
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh,
Whoa, she can do that?
Okay, that's not cool.
She just
She is.
yeah. Why do they fly with a leg up, like half a leg up, kind of thing?
Wait, when did she get locked in the house?
Remember, she went into the basement. Well, she was
Yeah.
going into the basement, and he walked up behind her.
Come on, Monica. You
I need you to destroy him with your newfound powers.
It's so cold to here.
No!
Ooh!
I don't exist, crazy fool.
Oh God, they're phasing through each other. Hmm.
Oh.
Nice.
No, yeah.
Oh.
I hope
This,
Yeah, this is
Jerk
his
off.
dream come true. He's got 2 sources of vibranium now.
no!
He's recording this whole thing.
I do too, Cassidy.
Oh my God.
Get it, Jimmy Woo.
Am I?
Yeah.
He deserves his
What do
own
you think?
show.
Yo, he's come
Don't
a long way.
underestimate him.
Where's this haystack?
He is Cassidy. Total bluffer.
If you know who Cliff is, you know.
Is that the guy whose name I always forget?
It's Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's the guy whose name I always forget.
Really?
Yeah, that's his name.
I love him. Oh my gosh. I didn't even hear him say Clint.
Rabbit. He's got a rabbit.
He's
on
got
his
a rabbit
head.
on his van.
He does.
Ooh.
Oh, she said
Oh,
dark
she said the D word. Hmm?
Sorcerer Supreme. Oh.
See the sign about
Oh,
the
there's Buddy.
designer?
Okay, I swear, did she just say Anya, or am I just imagining it because I watch Buffy? I swear.
It was probably some Latin word that sounded.
Oh.
Aw.
That's sad.
Meat puppet. Oh.
Those black fingertips.
In the
like-
basements.
The real kids.
Yes.
Oh,
she's
no.
waiting for all the people.
Oh no. They're all going to turn against Wanda. Oh,
There's
Kitty's
Mr.
back.
But it isn't.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
I guess maybe-
I'm no longer convinced that the mailman is the rabbit.
Just make it a smoothie.
I'm making smoothies.
It's
The
Ralph.
missus
He's
is
Ralph.
stirring up trouble.
It is Ralph.
No, I don't like them together. Ew.
No, he's too young for her.
Oh my gosh,
I
it is
didn't do his
Ralph.
actual headshot.
Connor.
Sorry.
Same reaction, Monica. Same reaction.
Yes. Get
Yes.
Aha!
Ah, what's that magic
Oh,
thing?
what is that?
Oh.
Is that what gives him powers? I bet he doesn't have powers. That necklace
No,
is-
he has
Yeah,
powers
probably.
from the X-Men.
He's just a normal kid.
Y'all, there's a lot going on.
There's so
What's
much.
happening right now? You
I
got the
hate to
Vision
do this.
fighting happening. You got the
Can we
Wanda
pause
fighting
this for 1
happening.
second?
Wait, you need to pause
Connor,
it?
you need to pause.
Yeah, can we pause it real quick?
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
What time are you guys on? Because it was still doing the same thing to me. I got it on my phone now, so I'm good. But I just need to know where you guys are.
Where
11:01.
the twins are just jumping out of bed.
No, she'll tell them the
Oh.
number.
I said 11:01. I don't know if y'all are all the same as me.
I
I'm
felt
at
like we
11.
were. I felt like our comments were kind of syncing up with what was going on.
I'm just
At
a
what
little bit
point-
behind.
At one
No,
point,
no.
I think I was a little ahead because like y'all would say something like I was like maybe 2 seconds ahead at one point, but I just
yeah.
like didn't say it.
Disney
I'm at-
Plus.
I'm at 11:01 now,
And
and
group watch.
Okay.
If you're
none
not
of the
gonna
kids
be
are
listening.
talking.
Yes.
Can
Oh
you
wait,
guys
I
hear
gotta
me?
Yes.
hear what?
Okay.
Okay, let me get our timer fixed one more time.
Sorry.
It's okay, Connor. God, Connor.
We're good now.
Well, before we start this again, I just want to say one thing. We now know that Agatha's a cougar.
No, I don't think so. I
Well,
said Ralph, but I don't
she
think
tried. His name was Ralph, so I just thought that was my thought.
Oh no. I mean,
it would be
she's
very
hiding
Jennifer Hahn of her to
she's
be a cougar.
hiding a young adult male in her basement. I don't know what.
Well, in the
And put a collar around him. Okay, so
Yep.
sorry. This should be family.
and like correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, guys, someone unpause it so I can do the timer.
In the last X-Men, he ran off to go like
April.
join the X-Men.
I got it.
In the last one.
Her finish
Okay.
talk about X-Men real
We
quick.
can't hear you, April.
Are we starting?
All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Here come the kiddos.
Ooh.
Well, she doesn't know she's been hurting everyone.
Aw. Aw.
Oh, Wanda.
Uh-oh. Don't do it.
She about to come Elsa on them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Don't use
no.
it. That's what she wants you to do.
I don't think she meant to do
Look
that.
at her hair in black.
Girl, make it stop. Whoa.
Aw.
Is her hand blackening or like runes popping up?
No, don't do it.
Y'all see how under the sign it says Mother Earth?
Yeah.
yeah, they
that's
do stuff like that all the time.
That's totally
Yeah.
a thing. Is she taking the hex down
Pulling
now?
it down.
What
That's
about
gonna kill
Vision?
Vision.
Go.
Oh, she's just letting him out.
Hurry up.
Go, guys.
Go.
Are you not going the wrong way?
I think
Oh,
it's
she
open.
made a split.
It's open at all points.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. No.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I know, I have to watch my potty mouth.
That's why I keep myself muted half the time.
Meanwhile, this is
Oh, I forgot they were even fighting. I forgot.
Yeah, kick White Vision out.
Some of this is
Oh,
like brand new.
no,
to me,
no,
I
no.
missed like 5 minutes of it.
No.
No.
What's happening?
Oh gosh, they're going in with tanks. Oh, this is not good.
Okay. But he has to stay in the hex.
No, Vision, come on, snap
Whoa.
it.
Oh.
Oh.
He's part of it. He's gonna fade as soon as everything else does.
Oh
No.
No.
Okay, stop it.
no. Not the children. Oh no.
Kids.
I told you the kids were done.
Look.
Come on.
I don't want to cry. Oh, this is awful.
That is a horrible choice.
Oh my
No, she won't let it happen. She won't let it happen.
God.
Yeah, but the people could have escaped by now. Oh, didn't get in.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, they arrived within the hour.
So the boys aren't real either?
No, because they were made with her magic. I honestly didn't know she made them, though. I thought,
No! She's sucking all the magic.
absorbing
Oh.
chaos magic.
No.
No, she's killing you, girl.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
What kind of witch is Agnes?
Oh, that's
Oh,
not good.
great.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on.
Come
This would be a
on.
really great time for someone like Magneto to come in. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
look at
Connor.
those. Family photos. Oh, they're so cute.
Oh. You were born for it.
Vision. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, he just phased her.
Oh man.
I blinked.
Where did this vision come from?
Vision.
See, he's
Oh, this is another Ultron. Wait, but you are the Vision, so destroy yourself.
Can they join now? Can that happen?
Ah.
Yes, your program directive means you have to destroy yourself.
Aha! Ooh, ooh. He's having a realization.
linguist elaboration.
I think that is actually James
So let's
Spader.
talk about that. Okay. Wow.
It's-
Gently come down. Not too bad.
That's great. It's probably the best line.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bro, they're gonna look like real jerks if they start shooting at kids, so. Oh my god.
Woo! Come into your power, girl. Come into your power, girl.
Oh. Not the kids. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. I love him so much.
Katie, you crack me up.
What adapted. All right, I'm gonna need someone to kill that guy now because he just shot at my babies. So
Exactly.
Darcy.
Yes! Yes!
Darcy's coming through.
She made it to the traffic light.
No, it's not.
I love how they're fighting out there, and these guys are having like science class inside here.
I mean, this is their version of a fight, right?
Yeah.
It's like who's gonna bring up pi first? 3.14159.
I like it. See, he can learn. He's not just an empty shell.
Hey, Colin.
Do
Can
it.
restore
Do
the
it.
memories.
Do it.
Oh my god, we're gonna get. Oh my god, Vision's gonna live.
Oh yes.
Yes! So we creating new vision?
Come on. Yellow.
Yes!
Yes.
No.
Oh,
No, it's fine. It's gonna be okay. You
why
guys
did they
remember-
give me hope like that?
Are they gonna merge together? What's happening?
Okay.
He's becoming himself.
So she can have a vision outside the hex.
Yay!
Okay, so he's not gonna kill anyone.
But I still like this vision that's in the
That's
hex.
fine. He exists outside the hex. He's alive.
Yes.
There's 6 movies for us to
Wait,
shoot
are
him
we
again. He's
sure?
out there.
Are
That's
we
fine.
sure? I don't think we're sure.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, mind
Yeah,
control
Wanda.
Wanda is back.
I haven't seen
Fancy
Wanda
little
yet.
trick there.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm.
Is she bringing back all the witches that
It
she
just became a zombie show.
She's bringing back her mother. And her mother tortured her butt.
Mm.
Oh, poo.
Oh no.
This backfire on her?
This is like The Walking Dead for real.
Agatha being like, oh no, and then just being like, heh, I got you.
Did she just bring these people back and they're just gonna attack her?
Well, I think they're inside Agatha's head.
Also, they are saying she's the Scarlet Witch. Walking Dead beat.
Yeah.
Own it, girl.
Oh, they just tied her to the pole.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh.
No. No. No.
Oh, you know that's a lie.
That is lies. That is lies.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I believe her.
Connor.
Oh.
Too trusting. Ooh.
There we go.
That was a cool cut. Ooh.
Well, get closer to the ground before you give it to her.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
She wants Vision out of this.
I know, but
Oh.
no.
Don't look, boys. Oh.
But how are we gonna save the kids too?
Maybe they have a few of them in the lab somewhere.
Like if she can somehow
A few of them in the lab.
out of the hex.
There is a war in the hex. Every shot is making her more powerful.
Yeah, and Wanda's getting drained.
So what do you
Y'all
doing?
remember that commercial? With
Yeah.
the, shirt, the boy on the island?
Oh.
Which one?
I know I do.
Which commercial?
You know what I bet this is?
With the
I bet,
creepy one with the kid disintegrating into bones.
I bet this is all the Naruto modus operandi. We just give her too much power and she blows up.
She blows up. She can't handle it.
She can't handle the power.
Scarlet Witch. How is she stealing? How is she more powerful than Wanda? I don't get it.
How's she still there? Floating.
Yeah. No kidding.
Connor, you were wrong.
Connor, I told you she was a lie.
I'm really disappointed now.
You put your trust in the wrong person.
Oh wait. Oh wait.
There it is. There it is.
Oh.
Ooh.
Is she gonna be a costume?
It's killing her from the inside. Wanda's coming back.
Get back.
What just happened?
Wanda's magic is all natural.
All natural.
She's not a witch. She's a mutant.
Wait, what? What?
What is that?
Oh god.
What is that?
Aren't those the rooms from the basement?
Those are the what?
The runes.
From the
Maybe?
basement?
From the basement.
Oh.
That's Wanda's.
The room. Only the witch who cast them used her magic.
Oh,
Oh!
Love that. Yeah.
Yes, Wanda.
Yes, yes, yes. Please wear your awesome outfit.
Come on,
Yes.
girl. This is it.
Y'all ready?
I am not ready.
Get ready.
Yes. Bye-bye, Agnes.
Come on.
Oh, that's a lot of magic.
Well, it's all the magic she's
Taking it off.
Where's the cloak? Ooh, it's here.
Yeah. Ah,
There
But
she
she's
is.
throwing the mind stone.
Hey, she got an outfit.
Yes. Oh my God, she looks awesome.
Ooh, she looks good.
And now she is the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. I got chills, man.
Me too.
You're just a regular-
Oh, her hair looks awesome.
you guys, we still have like 20 minutes. We still have like.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
oh my
This
God.
goes
Going too well.
Michael.
Is going too well.
She does have curly hair. And
It's like you don't know what's done. What does she mean by that?
Agatha Harkness and Scarlet
oh
Witch.
man, it's so MCU perfect.
It's so hot. She looks amazing.
What comes next? You've been freed.
Friendly neighbor. Wear the sweatsuit with Naughty on it.
Really?
Cruel? Sure.
You killed Sparky.
Yeah, you killed Sparky.
That wounded me so hard.
I know where to find you.
Aww. Aww.
No.
No. Don't do it.
She's pulling it back.
Pass the tissues.
So that means
I'm like-
Vision is going to die and the boys are going to go away?
We don't know yet, okay? We don't know. Don't take away my
Why
babies
did
yet,
they
okay?
put a little hex over their house? And then they just never leave their house.
Yeah, that's right. Just put it on the bubble. A little bubble over
They
there.
don't need to,
You can
they don't need to put it
get
over the whole
Instacart.
town.
Aw.
Oh. No. No. No, just put it in bed. No. No.
This feels like the scene from the Titanic where the lady was tucking her kids in bed before the ship went down.
Oh, it does though, for real.
But oh man.
No. I hate it. I hate it.
No, come on. Keep the hex over your house.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Oh. Don't do this to me. Oh my gosh.
No. Don't make me watch them get dissolved.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Aw. Why are they so cute? No.
No, the other vision's gonna come back. Oh God.
Oh.
My husband.
Aw. Why?
He has a tear.
Oh gosh.
That is like the slowest moving hex ever.
Didn't stay there.
It's just.
It's like it's Titanic thinking.
Yes.
Is he still there?
No.
Oh.
It's the last thing to go.
Because it was the first thing she made.
Oh.
Can you imagine having to lose the love of your life? Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
But 3, nope.
And then your babies.
And your babies. And then be left with nothing again. Oh my god. I can't.
But they'll
Katie.
again.
Oh gosh. And then still have to
be a friend, please. She needs somebody.
Wow.
I should not have put on makeup. There was no point. There was no point.
Same. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just run now, Wanda. Run now.
Just fly out of here.
What y'all looking at? You wanted to be free, you're free. Get out of here.
She get your shit home. And y'all just mad.
Wanda. Oh, we got to deal with Hayward, don't we?
That's what I said. She still has to deal with this.
Oh, she looks awesome.
That hood is
Red Riding
Yes.
Hood.
Oh, there she goes.
But where's the other Vision?
He's out there waiting for her somewhere.
He's gonna just take a few months to like get his stuff together, and then we're gonna see him together.
Yeah, because the other Vision is still out there.
He's got a process.
All right, we got two post credits.
Vision downloaded himself there. He's there.
Yeah, did they ever show the bunny or did I miss that?
Well, whatever.
Rabbit?
He's in there. We saw his stone turn yellow.
Yeah, he's in the other Vision. That's why he knew he couldn't exist outside of this world, so he made sure he put himself in the other Vision. It's like Baymax.
I just love how they like Vision.
If you just relate Vision to
I don't want to have a spoiler.
But see, here's the thing. I don't think White Vision. I don't think she's gonna love him like she loved Red Vision.
It depends. He has different development. It's like if two people were born exactly the same and then had different life paths, they're people, even though they were like have the same memories.
Has anyone?
No, I think it's going to be like a whole situation where old Vision, her love Vision, put himself into the White Vision, and when the White Vision comes back, he's going to be like,
wait. I thought it was time, but it's not time.
Almost. I think as long as
it's almost there.
I think as long as he has the memories and the feelings for her, I mean, it's not going to be like they picked it up.
He has to. I mean, it's a completely different. He has to
have to build it a relationship. It's not gonna.
Yo, where's the rabbit at?
Yeah, we didn't find out what's up with the rabbit.
I bet we're about to find out what happened to the rabbit.
Normal rabbit.
It's not a normal rabbit.
Okay.
Here we go.
Wait, I'm still thinking. What's happening? Okay.
Yes.
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 Who's they?
Oh.
With the fun
and
in
dysfunction.
So nobody's gonna announce how Monica Rambeau stood there and got shot.
Dude, it's the scroll. It's the scroll. She's the scroll. Or no?
It's a setup.
Crap.
Come on, Monica, use your instinct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Space.
Where no one can hear you scream.
Final frontier.
Oh, is that the one? That's the guy who she helped. Her mother helped, right?
Yeah.
Back to his family. And Captain Marvel.
And Nick Fury's up there too, as of the second Spider-Man movie.
That's right, because
Yes,
he's up there in the
he's chilling.
ship. With, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, there's another.
I need that kind of vacation.
There's another post-credit scene, or is that it?
There's one more.
There's
There's
two.
one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long are these?
So basically, we have to wait until the music stops.
Let's see. It's like a good
It's like the Marvel movies when they have the two. It's like at the very, like the last two, probably going to be
It's
like the
2
last
minutes.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes.
48 minutes?
No. It's at like 45, 40 or something. I kind of scrolled till it started. So we have like a minute and a half.
Okay. I know that this episode was longer than other episodes, but it still felt just as fast.
Like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
Who all cried? Was I just
okay?
My crying is.
All of us
Connor, own up to it. It's okay to cry.
I was crying in the beginning when I couldn't sync with everyone else.
I definitely do cry.
Morgan, what did you say? I couldn't hear you.
I said I had tears, like I was about to start bawling up until they said we will meet again. Like with every goodbye.
Yeah, because that's where I got the tears.
We're going to say hello again. Like we're not going to say goodbye. We're going to say hello.
Yeah.
No, we're still not there.
They said like it's if we've said goodbye and hello multiple times, it's easy to rationale that we will say hello again. So I'm holding on to that.
What? Writing in this show is so beautiful.
Hey, White Vision is gonna be Vision one day.
I told you.
I'm just sad about the kids, though.
Yeah, kids are very sad.
I don't think that's the last we've seen of it.
There's not a lot
I
of.
went into this with the assumption that the kids were already gone, and I felt it easier to cover that way.
Well, they should not have made them so cute.
When Baymax left Hero, he gave Hero the card to keep him Baymax. That's what Vision did for White Vision. He
Okay,
gave
guys.
him,
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Ooh. Is this where Wanda's hiding out?
So pretty.
Wait, is this where I think it is?
It's not Alkaline Lake.
Oh.
Is it Alkaline Lake?
Oh, she's in a little cabin by herself. Tell me she has like a dog or something.
I wonder if White Vision will walk in or something.
Oh, I wish. Oh. Don't get my hopes up, okay?
And the boys.
Wait.
She took the dark one.
Wait.
Wait, what?
What?
That's not good.
Oh,
That's her kids.
those are the kids.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Explain.
Wait, she existed outside of herself? I'm so confused now.
No, I think the dark
What happened?
is really like the index of dark arts, as you might expect from the way it looks and how it's played a role in this series. So like if she's like trying to learn magic through the Darkhold, it's always going to turn out bad. Like there's no good magic that comes from that book, which is how I'm just disappointed that we didn't get Mephisto in the series, but I know he's coming now because that's the great threat.
How is she like floating over the Darkhold, looking at it while also drinking coffee on the porch?
Now I feel like I have to watch Doctor Strange.
What a life.
I mean, I guess she's just powerful enough to do both.
I think that might be just like time elapsing. Like she goes and she lives her normal life, and then a week later she's in the back of her room.
Yeah. Cassidy said, remember when Doctor Strange was learning while sleeping? That's what she's doing.
That makes sense.
That works.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I feel like I need to watch Doctor Strange one more time.
Yes.
I know. I feel like that's a good movie to kind of watch while you're waiting for more content.
All right, so Mephisto as the Multiverse of Madness villain?
Still keeping the hope out there. Fingers crossed.
Into the magic realm of Marvel movies, though.
This was scrapped a long time ago, but there was originally some news leaks about how like the original director of Doctor Strange 2, who's no longer associated with the project, he wanted to have like a cold open where Rachel McAdams' character, like he wanted it to be very like horror-esque and feel more like a scary movie than a Marvel movie has been in the past. And he was eventually axed because of creative differences like this, but the idea was like you lead with some terrible, scary things.
Okay.
I was like, the YouTuber is a big fan of you, by the way, Tim. He had a comment earlier that said you were epic.
You were epic.
Aww. Yeah. You got a fan, Tim. You got a fan.
Would be fulfilled if I did turn out to be Mephisto. The end of my thing was just like it was going to be a horror movie, so it's totally possible that Mephisto is involved somehow.
I mean, there was some light horror moments in this show.
Definitely, I think they were testing the waters to see if they could get away with it.
And this is
is like full on R rating. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
it won't be that.
It's definitely. I mean, the creepy zombie witches coming back to life and the sucking of souls, and I still think the yogurt commercial was the scariest thing in the show.
With the shark, yeah.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, so I don't know if this is the good way to go about it. I thought maybe we can kind of go around and we can each kind of just say something we maybe want to talk about, and then we can kind of devolve from there. But then that way, maybe we're all not just like talking over each other, so it's kind of intelligible to watch. So, yes. So April, would you like to start and just anything that you want to discuss about this episode?
I'm starting. Okay, so we all know that Falcon and Winter Soldier starts in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, it does.
It does. And I kind of thought an end credit scene would kind of allude us to that series. But it didn't. Unless her cabin is in Sokovia, which, I mean, I think they go back to Sokovia because they're the main villain is Zumo, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what if her little cottage is in Sokovia and she ties in that way?
I like it.
That's my hope, I guess.
So you think Wanda's gonna be on Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I feel like there should be some kind of tie-in. Just because usually there's always some little tie-in with each movie, like when it goes like
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like little crumbs to each movie.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be like that with the series, but so far not so much.
I think my prediction with Falcon and Winter Soldier is that Falcon and Winter Soldier, the first season at least, is probably going to be going on at the same time, like in the Marvel universe. It's going to be going on parallel to WandaVision. So I feel like in the first episodes of it, it's not going to have anything to do with WandaVision. And then maybe like at the end, they'll bring her in. Like when she finally arrives there, they'll like bring her in. But I think they're going to be two separate entities just because Falcon and Winter Soldier, they've already said, is getting a second season.
Right.
I think so too. I think you are right on that. But like, I just feel like somehow WandaVision is going to tie in with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like whether it be like Mill and somewhere, there's going to be like just a little piece of, you're like, oh, okay, that's how it ties in.
Well, it's clearly not over from that bonus scene. The bonus scene that they showed us with the investigation happening. So clearly, whatever was happening in this WandaVision season, it's not over.
I think that the post investigation with the Skrull, that's more of a setup for Captain Marvel 2 in some way, shape, or form. Whether she's going to take on the mantle of Captain Marvel or just join forces with Carol somewhere out in space. I think like WandaVision and all these other series that are coming up, they're like awesome series on their own, but we also have to kind of keep in mind that they're trying to set up multiple different movies in phase 4. So they could tie back together for fun, or they could not touch each other at all and just reference each other like, oh, did you hear about that red thing that Westview or that big red thing that ate everyone? No, what? When did that happen?
They could all just be tying into the related movie, like you said, which would also make sense.
Why did they say Cliff? Why did he call Cliff if Cliff never showed up?
I think.
Well, yet he didn't show up yet.
Yeah, I think that was.
There's a Hawkeye series still on the slate for this year. Somewhere.
Yeah, there is a Hawkeye series that's been filming.
It's just a little hook to be like, hey.
So is this not the last we've seen of Jimmy?
Oh no,
I don't think so.
He's recurring at this point.
He's gonna be around.
My brother said a bunch of people were pushing for him to get like his own show. Like a lot of people wanted him to get his own show.
I like it.
Well, like, what do y'all think about the fact that there isn't a correlation between X-Men and with Pietro? Like there was no crossover that they didn't bring. It was just a random guy
all along. Like it's not doing Evan Peters dirty to just have him reprises like a similar role that references his old role as kind of like a nod to, hey man, everyone liked you. You should come back, Easter egg cameo for a couple episodes. I think he jumped on that immediately. I would too.
Yeah. I was never a proponent. I was never a huge proponent of the fact that they would bring those
two together.
I couldn't see how they would do that, and I know there's the multiverse.
So we all
we're all wrong. We were all wrong.
Okay. I thought it was Cliff, and then I was like, oh, they all heard Clint, and I missed it. So
no, we heard Cliff.
Yeah,
we said Cliff.
I was just wrong.
I was just thinking,
I
heard that at all.
I missed it, and I heard y'all say like Hawkeye.
Yeah,
I heard y'all say Hawkeye, and then I was like, oh, Clint.
I trusted y'all.
Okay. Whoops.
I just thought it said Clint.
No, he said Cliff. I heard him say Cliff, but I said it's a guy whose name I can never remember. So clearly, when you guys said Hawkeye, I was like, yeah.
We are all Marvel experts, obviously.
Wait, but who's Cliff then?
Yeah.
Cliff is the one who's
He's just the guy that showed up within the hour.
Yeah, he showed up within the hour. That's who arrested Hayward.
Good job being a hero, Cliff. Cliff is not the hero we wanted, but I guess the hero we needed.
Cliff arrested Hayward.
Cliff's actually the rabbit this whole time.
The rabbit's still out there though too.
Thank you, Cassidy, for clearing that up though.
Okay, guys. One of the
thank you.
things within the past 5 hours. Who is Cliff?
Hashtag who is Cliff?
Who is Cliff? All right, really quickly before I ask Ajanaclair, because this is the real elephant in the room. Tim, what do you think happened with this rabbit? Like, what is up with the rabbit?
I was thoroughly convinced that the rabbit was somehow, some way Ralph. I didn't know what Ralph presented, but then finding out that Pietro was Ralph, and it was basically just like a representation on paper of what Ralph could have. I'm very disappointed, but the rabbit is out there somewhere. I will, until the day I die, I will be preaching the gospel of watch out for the rabbit.
I know if this
rabbit took the rabbit and has to train it to be good, and it'll come back later.
I mean, I feel like it's wrong for the show to just explain away everything, because that's not as much as just speculating and guessing and whatnot. Because like we never really we found out who Ralph was, but do we actually know who he is? Like, is he someone in Westview who got controlled and then put the magic necklace on and gave him superpowers? That's what I'm putting together.
I mean, okay.
Well, Agnes was controlling him, and she was controlling his power, so he didn't really have powers.
No, he did not have powers, which is what threw me off from him in the first place.
I don't agree with that. I think they're still kind of trying to put the X-Men into it. I think the necklace just controlled his mind.
Okay.
No,
what spoilers are you looking up, Morgan?
Okay.
Maybe he was like Jimmy Williams person in what do you call it where they're in hiding? I can't think of it. Maybe that was him, and he's really Pietro, but
maybe
Ralph Connor. Because that's a total made up name, anyways.
Do you want to know who Cliff is?
Yes, Morgan.
Yes.
Wait, Morgan. Wait. Okay, you can go.
Okay, Cliff is apparently from the 1968 November series of Nick Fury, Agents S.H.I.E.L.D. number 6. Tells a story of Cliff Randall, who is the basic premise of the hive mind alien race from another dimension that's forced to flee from Doomsday device and winds up on Earth. And he disguises himself as human and infiltrates the society. And basically, it's setting up a whole thing with him and Nick Fury. And I'm guessing it's going to be in Marvel or Captain Marvel too.
Which makes sense because he called Cliff like he was out of the Batcave. Like, Cliff, get here within the hour.
And Cliff did get there within the hour.
Cliff got there within the hour.
Okay. Sorry, I'm seeing another comment from Cassidy about Ralph, and I'm just wondering if I watched the same episode as Cassidy did, because she just caught on to so many more things than I did. She's kind of bummed about. He was just an actor, a headshot that Agnes or Agatha brought in. So the picture of Ralph was a headshot.
It was probably literally Evan Peters' headshot, because I think I've seen that picture on IMDb at some point. But like, she brought it in.
So she just told him who to be.
Okay, so
but
my mind
not
is
the powers,
unwinding
though.
a little
I still don't know why he had super speed.
Because
I think it was her. I think Agnes.
Yeah, I don't think that was
Agnes
him.
just gave him super speed.
No,
I don't think she.
When she took the necklace off of him, it was purple.
Yeah, she took the necklace off, and he was like, "I'm gonna get you to like, please don't kill me."
Yeah. But that's how he is in the X-Men. He's super scared.
Okay.
I'm so lost.
And the last we saw him
True confession, I've actually seen an X-Men movie the X-Men movie that he's in.
Oh.
you saw part of it.
I saw part of it.
When I was switching over to my phone, all that was happening, so I actually missed all that part. So
I have to watch it. You have to watch it again.
You put on a nice suit, and then you didn't even watch it.
You stood it up, and you didn't even know. The YouTuber says
being late for rehearsal.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had to take time out of my day to come back on.
I know. Well, it was funny in the beginning too, because like I was like maybe everyone's just like sinking, and then everyone's like, oh no, look at this, oh wow, and I was like I'm definitely behind.
Ours did one kind of freaky delay one time when Vision and White Vision were talking. Other than that, it was very smooth. So.
And every time it did that, it was resyncing. Like it was.
I'm
trying
glad
to
we updated our internet package before we tried to do this. Months ago, bad.
Well, I found a corner for our live stream because I had no internet issues in this corner. So from now on, this is where I'm doing our Thursday night live stream.
So for every episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, when we do this again.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Yes.
Kaylee, you gotta catch up on Captain America, though.
I'm excited for Loki. I mean,
got a lot to catch up.
Have you seen all of the Captain Americas now, Kaylee?
Loki, I think, is in June.
Yeah, Loki's in June.
Loki is the day before my birthday, and it's like the
When's
most
your
perfect
birthday?
thing. June 12th.
Oh, mine's June 3rd.
Oh, yay!
So y'all both get Loki for your birthdays.
I know.
I'll share him with you.
I have a random question.
Okay.
Yes.
Is Natasha Romanoff dead?
Yes.
When did she die?
Technically.
Julie, earmuffs.
No,
Actually,
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. You're lucky. I actually knew that. I did know it. I know.
We had this conversation, Kayla.
I know.
I knew.
Yeah.
But when?
Wasn't it
How?
Endgame?
It
Or
was
was
in-
it? It was
It was
because
an
Yeah.
her life
Because
for
they-
the mind or
who was
the soul stone.
themselves to activate the Soul Stone.
All I know is I watched that scene. All I know is I watched that scene on YouTube where her and Hawkeye were like fighting each other, which is a beautiful scene. And because I wanted them to be together, like when I saw the first Avengers, and so I still kind of like their scenes together, even though as I know like that, whatever. Got my hopes up on the first Avengers. It's fine.
It's okay.
Oh, and then we found his wife and kids.
It's whatever.
I definitely was they shipped them too, and then I was like, oh, okay, they're just friends. That's fine.
Look, when I start shipping a couple, I just okay. Cassidy is one of my high school friends. Kaylee with the ships. Literally, she knows.
Ships.
She know I will go down with my
ship
ships.
sailed.
Okay.
That's right, Cassidy.
Why we
Okay,
call him
now I
Chips.
remember. Now I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
I prefer her with Hulk. Like that. Hawkeye was. a
I
little too-
did like
too
her
much.
with Hulk.
I liked her with Hulk.
But
Did they
that
actually
was
date?
Hulk. No,
Her,
she just
not
liked him.
big green Hulk like Bruce Banner Hulk.
Bruce Banner.
Yeah, they
No,
have
but
it.
yeah,
but
did
but
they didn't
actually
date?
still Big Green Hulk though.
Well,
I
Yeah.
know.
Green
She was
Hulk
able
was
to talk him back. Or
she
sing him
talks
back.
him down off the edge.
Yeah, she.
I'm
when
so
he-
confused,
when he
but it's okay.
gets out-
It's
You-
later on, Kaylee. It's
Yeah, you're
later
getting
on.
there, honestly. Like once you make it through phase one,
No,
you'll
no
be pretty much
spoilers
caught
for
You'll watch
Kaylee.
all these movies and you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what they were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, me and April next week we're doing Captain America, the first Avenger. We're talking about that one. Just the first Avenger. And any of you guys that are Captain America fans, which is like all of you probably, y'all are welcome to come on. The next week, which is Iron Man, so when I'm having trouble finding someone because
Nobody's
I'm like,
coming on for Iron Man.
I would talk about Iron
I'll come on for Iron Man. I'll come on for Iron Man.
it's okay. It'll just be me.
I mean,
no one's
I
even
don't
started
know.
in the chat.
love him or hate him, Tony Stark can't be denied his genius.
You
Like-
can come on, Cassidy.
Very true.
Cassidy's got me.
I will say too, he really redeemed himself in Endgame.
He did.
Like in Infinity War, it started rolling. Then Endgame, I bawled for 15 minutes straight.
I mean,
Yeah.
for that scene of Endgame to be like your very first exposure to like the Marvel universe, that was
Oh.
just like so deep.
Oh,
Remember, guys, I
Mhm.
started watching Marvel because I saw that Iron Man died first, and that's when I was
Wow.
like, wait a
Spoiler.
minute. Like,
You didn't know that one?
No.
It's like
don't do that to me. You already knew that one.
I mean,
only one
it is in the Marvel credits in the beginning. Like, it's the very last thing that you see, like, before it goes to Marvel. So
I just realized April took off her helmet. I didn't see. I didn't notice that until now.
It was digging into my forehead. I just took it off for a little bit.
All right, guys. I gotta like
I
rate
have a
it
question.
in. We gotta rate it. Go ahead, Christina.
So, okay, with WandaVision, right?
Yeah.
Did y'all notice? So, like, what bothers me though about it is from the very beginning how when she introduces the show, like previously on WandaVision, and you guys notice. I hope you noticed that at the when they fade to Marvel Studios symbol, like at the very beginning it was black and white, and then it changed color as color came in. And if it was Wanda doing that, how does Wanda do that with Marvel Studios? Does that bother anyone else? That bothers me. Because it's like a serious 4th, 6th, 8th wall break. Like it I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it bothers me.
I don't think we're supposed to read into it too
might
much.
be on
I
the
think
outside edge of
yeah.
editing.
I think it's just supposed to go with the
Previously on one, I don't think the Marvel logo and sequence is part of Wanda's WandaVision TV show. That's just the Marvel. I mean, most of us know every single Marvel thing has that intro on it, so that's just like the Marvel
I know,
thing.
It bothers me. Like, don't do that. That's separate. Thank you, Cassidy. That's separate.
I don't know. It always gets me hyped. It's like seeing like the Warner Brothers logo in the Harry Potter movies. I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm in for. I'm in for a Marvel movie.
True.
Did Agatha's hands turning black give anyone else like serious Harry Potter vibes with Dumbledore?
Yeah, when they were fighting in the sky. When they were fighting in the sky, I got serious Harry Potter vibes. Like
I got
kept
a lot of
thinking,
Harry
like,
Potter
this is like
vibes.
Harry Potter, yeah.
Every time like she like disappeared into the smoke or whatever, I was like, she's apparated.
Yeah. Well, I got serious Harry Potter vibes. I think I talked about it with Tim and Katie on the last live stream when she was doing like showing all the different types of like mind control on like the bug. Like that was very like Mad Eye Moody and the 4th Harry Potter. So
I heard Agnes, she was pushing for that dark arts teacher job, but they never got back to her.
Yeah. No. The real reference Snape.
Wait, hold on. Since you got the YouTuber up on screen, one of the I saw his earlier comment. The YouTuber.
The YouTuber, let us know. Are you a girl or a guy? Like, please let us know. Because I say
Yes,
he,
please.
and then I'm
You're
like,
so
oh my
actively
gosh.
engaged. I want to be able to reference you.
Please.
But I did see an earlier comment about Captain
like
America.
let us know who you go
I want
by.
to contest it.
I think that's the politically correct question now, right?
Yes.
Like, what's your pronoun?
What's your pronouns? That's the question. Okay, yes. We need to know because I'll still probably say he by mistake because it's just natural.
Which is like so bad that we just assume because the YouTuber knows so much about Marvel that the YouTuber is a dude.
I know it is.
But Morgan knows a lot about Marvel too. She's been on the show a bunch of times talking.
April.
She read more than I've read.
Oh, it is a guy.
I'm a guy.
Yay! From
Canada. Wow. How old are you, Kaylee?
Huh? I'm 23.
Thank you for your engagement.
I'm 24.
Jake, 23 years old from Canada.
Yes, I disagree that the second and third Captain Americas are better than the first one.
I disagree with that. That they are better.
Hey Tim, this is
like all the same age.
Jake is your fan, so you better not like piss him off. He was in your corner. You don't disagree with Jake.
I know.
Wait, Jake, do you work at Steve?
Well, now that I know he's a guy, we can.
You don't drink beer.
I might in Canada. You don't know. You don't know what Canadian Tim might be like.
Canadian
Tim.
I'm dying right now.
The YouTuber.
Oh my god.
I dated a Canadian once.
Wait, what was that?
You dated a Canadian once?
Yeah.
You dated a Canadian once?
Why is that so funny? It's not like they're aliens.
Really out of control.
WandaVision last year.
Okay, I'm sorry. No one's gonna watch this.
So somebody stepped away for 1 second, they came back, and then we're talking about Canada. like what?
Do they have steak?
Oh my god. Yeah, I said Canada. That was me. Gosh.
Okay. Tim is still the real MVP.
Okay,
I hope you still
YouTuber
like
doesn't
me,
hate
Jake.
us. Okay, good.
I love you, man.
We'll try not to.
I'm like laughing so hard, I'm crying over here. No, it sounded like I was laughing at Morgan because
she's dates out of the US.
That was like the most random comment.
Because I thought she said I dated someone from Canada one time or something like that. The way she said it, I was like, she said it. She dated a Canadian guy. Or something. No, I didn't hear Canadian though. I heard what I wanted to hear, I guess, because I was just so crazy. Anyways,
I heard Bad Rabbit.
Okay.
Hashtag
Ajanaclair.
Go now.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Ajanaclair, you were technically next in our circle to talk about what you wanted to talk about from WandaVision. Did you have anything you want to talk about? Okay, Christina, did you have anything?
Yes. Okay. So let me see here. Okay. So my question is, okay, so I don't know how we're going to leave. How is she going to leave Agnes? Like the way. I feel some kind of way. Let me finish the damn sentence. Okay, I feel some kind of way. I feel like Agnes, she needed to be punished, right? But to leave her, and does she still have her magic, or does she?
That was gonna be my point too. I was gonna bring up. Like I didn't know what actually happened to Agnes.
Yeah, I thought she took her magic from her. She sucked it all out of her.
Or
I thought
her magic back.
Oh, she just took her own magic back.
Well, I thought when I saw like the transformation, I thought I saw some of like the purple magic coming too, but I could be completely wrong. So I thought she was taking some of. I don't know. I think
she's got her powers, but she doesn't remember that she has her powers, so she doesn't know to use them. Like, if she's just in her own little private Westview box. No one's gonna bother with her. Then why did she?
Well, see, that's the thing. Didn't they get rid of the hex completely, or it is a little bit there now?
The hex is gone, but she just.
I think Agnes is the remaining hex.
Yeah, he's like the last bit of it. She's just going to be a neighbor.
Because
I do think that
if you cast a spell, it can't be changed. Said Agnes.
So she's gonna talk like she's in the 50s to just like us.
Yeah.
Like, howdy neighbor. You're like, what?
She's gonna be Ned Flanders.
Yeah.
Hey Emma.
Ugly dokily.
Hey.
Cassidy says she took the purple too.
Hey, Emma.
See, Cassidy watched a different episode than I did.
The purple too?
Or I couldn't see through my tears because I missed so many details.
Yeah. I think that's why Wanda had to lower her down because she didn't have her powers. Cassidy, you pay attention better than I do. I didn't even notice that she had to do that.
Well, I thought that was because she cast the runes. So if she cast the runes, Agnes can't.
Right, she couldn't use her powers, but she didn't have them.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think she absorbed her powers. She just can't use her powers because of.
I think she still has her powers because Agnes was like, remember she said before Wanda like changed her. She said, you're going to need me. And Wanda was like, well, if I need you, I know where to find you. And if she didn't have any powers, then there would be nothing for her to find.
I haven't seen the last of Agatha Harkness, which I'm glad because I love her.
Well, first of all,
but I love
if
her.
we're doing the X-Men, then eventually Agatha is going to have to be a mentor to some of the X-Men characters that use magic. Like it would have been Wanda and kind of was in this sense of how this show unraveled, but also it could be Rogue one day if we recast Rogue, which I think we're going to. But that's all other episode.
Yeah, that's a whole other discussion.
We need to have like an X-Men chat one day. I have thoughts, but we're not going to get into those thoughts.
Have y'all heard that theory that have y'all heard a theory where they're saying that Scarlet Witch and they're going to play Scarlet Witch as the Phoenix from X-Men, that they weren't necessarily going to tie in X-Men, or not that, they were going to tie in X-Men, but one theory I heard was that they're possibly going to tie in X-Men, but use Scarlet Witch as the Phoenix.
No.
And how that works?
If I were Marvel,
I don't agree. I don't see how it will work.
just across the board, if I were Marvel, as in the MCU Marvel, I would be afraid to touch the Phoenix for a while because we've already done it twice in the Fox movies, and neither of them turned out very well.
True. Very true.
But it is a good storyline, so like eventually we'll have to go there. It'll just be a long.
Oh shoot, I just missed it. I was trying to rewind it to see what color
X-Men,
magic
I agree
she
with
took.
you, Cassidy. The X-Men timeline is so crazy. I like mapped it out for my friend one time, like every single different timeline, and they got so confused I couldn't even help them. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. You just gotta accept what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
But I
All
want
right.
to say the
Go
MCU
ahead.
is supposedly revisiting Fantastic Four, even though that's been done twice.
Yes.
So I mean,
They're going to do it correctly, so
Well,
it's fine.
we'll see.
okay, I'm a little sad that Chris Evans can't be the Human Torch.
I just say something on that real quick. It was my vision, no pun intended, for
Spotlight.
before. I'll be careful with my spoilers here because Kaylee's listening. But before certain events of Endgame, it was my vision for Chris Evans as Captain America to look down upon whoever it was and just say something like, "You remind me a lot of a young me," and that would have been like my reason for living in today's.
Cut it out. Don't cut
That's
it
not
out.
going to happen now.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it could, but it wouldn't have the same effect. So I think that was a huge missed opportunity on Marvel's part.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Is someone listening to music? I just like randomly heard music.
Christina
No,
was
that's my background. Sorry, hold on.
watching the scene yet.
Okay. My family's in the other room watching a movie. I should go upstairs.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is it Too Fast, Too Furious?
No, I thought they were watching
It
Moana.
sounds like revving cars.
Oh,
No,
sounded
it was
like-
Moana.
It's okay.
Moana.
oh.
Yeah. Okay, Connor, did you have anything that you wanted to talk about from this episode?
No, I'm good. I don't know what else to add. That like avenues that we haven't
Christina
touched on.
stole your magic
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a
Tim
lot,
and Katie.
Christina.
Well, actually, Katie, you're two different people. I should not just say Tim and Katie. Katie, go ahead, my friend.
Here, hold the talking stick.
Okay.
We all need a Thor hammer so we can just pass the talking stick. There.
Well, I got my big ugly cry, which I did not want, but I guess it was bestowed upon me without my consent. But there it was. I did hear from people, just like no spoilers wise, that it is a satisfying ending, and I will agree with that because I knew it wasn't going to tie up all the loose ends. I knew there were questions unanswered. I knew it was setting up other shows and movies, so I'm definitely satisfied with it. I'm really actually looking forward to rewatching the show and just catching all the stuff I missed and the little, breadcrumbs along the way, and making the connection. So I think it's definitely got some great rewatchability value. I do think that we will see Vision again, which I'm happy about. And apparently Wanda's trying to get her kids back too, though I think that's going to break bad. But yeah, those are kind of my final thoughts. Oh, and Scarlet Witch's outfit is amazing, and I need it.
Still my
Yes.
I need it.
Yeah, I think that's my next Halloween
Agreed.
costume.
That is
Yeah.
a wonderful costume.
You're gonna
Yes,
see
I
like, in the next 2 weeks, all the cosplay
I
sites are
really-
gonna go ballistic.
Like, I'm really bummed because if like cons were like happening like they should be happening, like WandaVision would be at like, because I don't know
Oh
if
yeah.
it goes to like Comic Cons or whatever, but Tim and I would, and we like amazing WandaVision
it would be like
cosplays.
Harley Quinn was in 2016.
Yeah. And so I'm
Yeah.
kind of, my heart's a little sad that, I mean, there will be plenty of opportunities to do the cosplay later, but yeah, if that costume was everything.
I would want to do like an all black and white cosplay. Honestly,
you should do
that
that.
would be amazing.
Yes. Oh, that'd be cool. Like in episode 1.
Yes, like
Yeah.
just all black and white.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, you get like all your
spread that
group of
around.
friends
Yeah.
to do like each like that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, Tim.
Well, one of my big things was the Wanda outfit, which I was really excited about. I would like to add detail to that statement by saying that the previous episode when Agatha's mom, who I don't think she had a name, but she got like this blue crown of witchdom when she was trying to overpower her daughter, and it didn't work out. And then Wanda got a red crown of witchdom when she was trying to overpower Agatha, successfully so in the end. So I think it's really cool that if it's chaos magic, which I think is the implication, that like from Wanda's perspective, that's her accepting the mantle of being a full-on witch with chaos magic and then making it a part of her. That was really cool on Marvel's part. Like, if we're going to have to wait this long to bring in mutants, this is the coolest possible way to do it.
Hold on. What color makes purple?
Red and blue.
Red and blue.
So maybe Agnes she's not all bad. She's not all good. She really, truly is in between. Because she doesn't have blue magic and she doesn't have red magic.
She's usually a neutral character in comics.
So I can't say that this is completely my theory because we have watched other people's opinions on the show, but there was a theory or there was an idea that Agatha Harkness lost someone and found out that Wanda can basically create life, and she wanted Wanda's magic so that she could bring someone back. Because like anytime it's brought up at least twice, like the line about like bringing someone back from the dead and Sparky, and she's holding dead Sparky, and she goes, "You can do that?" Like she seemed kind of genuinely.
Well, it makes episode 8 make a little bit more sense, right? Because she was like trying to take her on a journey. Like, how did you do this? How did you do this?
Yeah.
In her desperation.
Yeah.
That's been my question the entire series is, okay, all right, you want power. Is it just because you're hungry, or what do you want to use the power for?
She could have just asked politely. I mean,
yeah.
I think Wanda's pretty reasonable.
Willing to make a deal.
Hey,
It sounded
neighbor,
perfectly reasonable.
would you spare a cup of chaos
Yeah.
magic? I just
Connor's
need
like-
for my recipe.
Connor's like, she'll keep her promises. She'll do it to you. Like he's I'd make a deal with Agnes.
My only other thing that I was going to mention was White Vision related, because that was my one win this whole series wide, besides the outfit, which was like, I expected that after seeing the Mind Stone, but that was really late in the series. My one big win was predicting that White Vision was going to be the salvation of original Vision somehow, some way. We haven't gotten all the way there, but we're clearly on
But the
that
seed
trajectory.
is planted. Yeah.
He's got his memories back, and he's going to be Vision again one day, but he's going to have to sort himself out first. And now,
Okay, I have a question. I do.
How long?
While we're on White Vision, where the hell did he come from?
he was, like,
It was just like all of a sudden there's like another Vision, and it seemed like
when a
we
mommy
were
circuit
just
board and a daddy
surprised.
circuit board love each other very much.
But it was like Hayward wasn't surprised.
Hayward
So
had a
like,
body.
was the FBI like trying? Was he like the body that the FBI was trying to put back together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So his body came from Vision. The white color in the comics, it represented like his like memories and spirit or mind or whatever
Okay.
completely erased. So that's why he's white. And then he's got like blue. I thought his Mind Stone is actually like a little mini what's
Arc
it called?
reactor.
Arc reactor.
From Iron Man.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and actually, I
Okay,
can't
that
quite
makes sense.
tell.
Okay.
But I think when White Vision was doing his mind blast, it sounded a little bit like Iron Man's fist thingies. I think it sounded. I'm listening too hard for it, but I was like, oh, I think it sounds like a little bit of Iron Man.
You just want that little Iron Man glaze.
I do. I like Iron Man. Anyway, yeah, that's where he came from, and that's why they just.
Okay.
he wasn't able to put them back together, and that's why he wanted he let Wanda in to try to get her to restart him for them. And then when she didn't, she left. I got to do something else.
Now I got to lift some magic.
He needed a couple of kids.
So everybody needed Wanda's magic for evil.
Yeah.
It was a part of the plot in Infinity War, for those of us who haven't seen it, that Vision Vision obviously had an Infinity Stone stuck to the center of his forehead. So they were trying to be like, well, someone's coming for the Infinity Stones. We probably should find out if Vision can continue living without one. And so they were trying desperately to rewire him to get the Mind Stone out, still allowing him to walk around. So now we have a Vision that is separate and distinct from the Mind Stone, but with the impressions left from the Mind Stone through Wanda. And then it's like an echo of an echo. It's going to take time to build, but it's there.
There's something about this story that keeps tickling me. Like I've seen it happening somewhere where it's like someone else. I just realized what it is.
Oh, what's it?
It's Farscape.
Yeah.
Anyone watch Farscape? Sorry, this is not.
This
Marvel
is real
related.
nerd talk now.
I never even heard of it.
I've heard of it.
If you're a fan of Jim Henson puppets, it is in the Muppets. It is.
It's sci-fi. It's an
awesome.
Australian sci-fi.
Anyway.
Actually, so Ajanaclair, I commented about on your when you guys did like the Valentine's Day collaboration. I commented about like my favorite love story. That's that. So,
But like what happens is like a guy basically gets cloned, and the clone is the same guy. Like there is no.
But they have different experiences because they have to
and
split
the
up.
girl is in love with the guy. And the guy, one of them dies, and she doesn't know if it was the clone or not, and it kind of messes her up. That's what it's making me thinking of. Like when Vision comes back, Wanda's going to be like, "But you're not my Vision," and he's going to be like, "But I am."
But I'm.
I have all the memories.
I'm Vision 0.5. Feel that too?
Christina, I feel like you've been dying to say something. Go ahead, Christina.
Okay. So first thing, how did New Vision, if he doesn't have the Mind Stone, how does he have powers? Because old Vision or Vision had Red Vision. You know, he was all tech. You know, his body was all tech, and when they put the Mind Stone into him, then he was able to gain. Am I remembering that right? Because then he was able to gain his powers. So how is White Vision? I mean, I know he's powered by the arc reactor. If that's the case, he's powered by the arc reactor, but the arc reactor is not. So how does he have powers without a Mind Stone?
So if I remember correctly, if our Vision, Red Vision, didn't get the Mind Stone, he wouldn't have been able to like phase.
Or that he can't.
I thought it was the Mind Stone that gave him like his. Okay, I picked Morgan.
Thank you. So, they couldn't get him alive. So he may be powered by an arc reactor. I'm not really too sure about that. But the reason he has his powers is because they needed Wanda's magic to start him. And so when they put Wanda's magic in him, that gave him his powers. Because she is also a part of the Mind Stone.
Yeah, she has that part of the Mind Stone. Right.
Thank you for saying that because
okay.
But when did they put
like,
Wanda's powers in White Vision?
You're a part of the Mind Stone that lives.
Remember they grabbed the missile.
Did you? There was a boat. There was a credit scene. Did you?
Yeah,
the
the drone
thing, right?
The Stark drone. It was all red and sparkly when it came out.
It had her magic in it because it came from outside. It came from.
Oh, they
and
used
she
it.
put it out and she threw it at them, and so they kept it, knowing that it still had her magic around it. And then they took the magic out of that and put it into Vision, and that's how White Vision became a thing.
Got it.
So in a way, they would save the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, but I still hate him.
So here's the second question then. Didn't at some point we maybe I'm just not. I thought that there was a scene where Wanda went in and grabbed Vision's body, but according to the later episodes, she never did. Wasn't
Yeah,
that
that
When
was
Hayward
it.
told the story,
That was
when
a trick.
Hayward told the story, that's the story he told, so that's what they showed. But when Wanda told the
Okay.
story, it was went in, but she left without it.
It was edited.
It was a lie
It was a YouTube
to make
thing.
people to make Wanda
Yeah.
seem like a bad
Hey
person.
Val,
Hey, Val.
Hey.
we just finished watching.
Yeah. We're talking about it right now. We just
Yeah.
finished watching it. So yes, that's kind of what we're doing right now. Did y'all have anything else to say? I'm sorry, we kind of
I don't think
interrupted y'all
Morgan
with
had
that.
a choice or a chance to.
Well, I know. I was just saying with what we
Okay.
were talking about right at that moment. Okay, Morgan, you got the floor. Go ahead.
I have a lot.
We cried too, Val. We cried too.
I have a lot of opinions. So I feel like the ending was super rushed, and I hated that. I feel like they could have, like, I like the whole WandaVision thing, but I feel like with setting up the other things, like, I really wish they didn't do it as little things after the credits, because it just seemed like it wasn't enough. It didn't do it enough for me to be like, oh my god, I gotta go watch that. Like I'm gonna watch it anyway. But like for me at least, I was kind of just like, I don't really feel like I need to go watch Captain Marvel 2. Like I don't know, because I just wanted a little bit more of a conclusion there, and I really wanted Doctor Strange to come in. Or someone like
They did name drop him though.
They did. Sorcerer Supreme.
The Sorcerer.
Yeah, they did name drop him, which I appreciated. And then also like I want to know what happened to the rabbit. I also want to know, like, did she just start pairing people off that were in this random town? Like, did she just pair them off and be like, all right, you're married to him, even though you're not really married to him in real life? Because you saw Kitty, but you never saw her husband ever.
Well, didn't
I
they
love how
say
we just call her Kitty.
Pietro said that like you thought you were being like kind of humane because you kept the families together, like you kept the husbands and wives together, and you kept the kids, like you kept them asleep so that they weren't having to go through the like mind control or whatnot. So yeah, I think she just kind of kept everyone together. I think Ralph was just brought in by Agatha to be her little boy toy, I guess, and do what she wants. But yeah.
Oh, Kaylee, you never got closure on the boss.
I know. Well, I still think like Kitty, for them to bring, I don't.
Kitty. I just.
It just, what's her name? Mrs. Hart. Okay. But like, Mrs. Hart versus Kitty? People are going to know who Kitty is.
I know, we all know who Kitty is. It just makes me laugh.
No. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I feel like with her being as well known of an actress as she is, it had to have been expensive to like bring her on. So like what? Like what was the purpose? Did she just really like want to be on it and be like, okay, it's fine, I don't have to get paid that much? Like it couldn't have been in their budget just to have her.
She made more appearances than her husband did.
Yeah, like we saw him one time. I couldn't even pick him out in the lineup, probably.
I still don't understand the point of episodes 1 and 2. Like it didn't build to anything. Like it's like if you took out episodes 1 and 2 and started at 3, we would still end up in the same place. Like nobody would think what happened to 1 and 2.
I think that's why I think the rewatchability is there, because I think there's more to episodes 1 and 2 than we just didn't know. Like
I watched it again last night with the benefit of hindsight, and I still didn't see it, especially on 1. Maybe a little bit on 2, but on 1,
I think it's just a artistic device to just confuse and bemuse you.
It's arguable that if you had started as suggested with like episode plot, we would have been just as irritated that we started so quickly on such a major idea as we are frustrated that at the end.
Yeah, well,
I think if you watch episode 8 and 9 back to back, it's probably much better than watching just 9.
Yeah, because
you dive on right into the fight at 9.
Yeah.
I remember though, like 1, 2 though. I remember like seeing that and watching it and being like so confused. But I think that was like part of it too, because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see like where this goes. So I had no idea where it was going. I think that was like kind of cool about it though.
I didn't know when we were gonna break the fourth wall, so to speak, and get out of the show. And then to find out that they're seeing the broadcast, like, so basically it seems like we, it's almost in a way like you get to be kind of part of the show because we're just, you know, sword agents sitting there watching the episodes going, what is going on here?
Yeah. One other thing I want to add too, you guys like brought up Kitty, but like even like Agatha, like I don't know the actress's name, but all I could think about was like stepbrothers the whole time. And but like I've never seen her like play like a role like this, so I thought that was kind of cool to like see her take that on. Like I'm sure she has done roles like that, but like I haven't seen that like side of her.
She's in Parks and Rec as a recurring character on Parks and Rec.
Plus, we just like
I watched Parks and Rec. I don't remember her.
I don't remember.
She's the government, the consultant who comes in to run Ben's campaign.
She's in
Yes.
I forgot about that.
And she also does what's his name, Paul Rudd's campaign first, and went against Leslie Knope.
Yeah, Leslie.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's great.
Cassidy said, remember they went through the past and she was obsessed with old sitcoms and that's why they started it off the way they did, which, I mean, I really hated the first 2 episodes, to be completely honest. Like, I don't think I will going back, but at the time I did. But I thought that was like the best thing. Like, that was my biggest question was like, why on earth are we doing it like a sitcom? And like, why are they broadcasting it? Like, it didn't make sense to me and I didn't think they could pull it off. And then last episode, they about had me crying with, you know, how sweet it was.
It's her comfort and her happy place.
Her happy place. Yeah, so that made the episodes make sense in what she was basically trying to recreate her love in her life through a happy medium, which was when her family was all together watching these American sitcoms.
It was also really cool seeing all the different intros too, like seeing the intros develop as the show went on.
This is one of the most creative projects.
I just think everyone had so much. I mean, getting the Lopez's involved with the jingles in the beginning, that's so cool.
And with Agatha all
along.
Yeah, that one was a good one. I liked Agatha all along.
I also
can I just say the first 2 episodes that everyone seems to hate, I just kind of love them because I love watching like
I like them too.
TV land shows. I didn't need to know plot. I was just in it for the fun of it.
Yeah.
YouTuber always has such good insight.
Well, I think I hated it because everyone on Instagram was like, "Oh, it was so amazing!" Like they act like it was the best show they've ever seen in their entire life. So I went into it with these really, really, really high expectations.
But you didn't
and then
have
I'm like,
any of the context.
No,
like if those episodes would make no sense because you have absolutely no like connection, real like who these characters are, and that's why I mean. Part of the reason I liked the first 2 episodes because it was just fun to see like Vision and Wanda just being a goofy married couple, which they never got to be in the show in the movies. No, and like we didn't actually like. I mean, I'm sure other people on this chat are as well, but big romantic, and you know I've lived for like the little moments, and of course the Marvel movies for the most part are big, you know, adventurous superhero movies and romance, you know, secondary and all that. But I was like, this is just adorable and cute, and you know, I don't know, it just made me really happy.
Yeah,
and the like goofiness of the flying plates and. You know, Vision. My wife and her. I also love seeing all the different costumes and going into the next decade. And I really liked Paul Bettany's, I think, 70s hair. I think it was like a little longer. I thought he looked so cute. Anyway.
And like, how rare is it too when you see like a Marvel series or like movie or anything like be like simple too? Like those first 2 episodes were kind of like more simple, where like it wasn't this like huge complex story. But like Tim was saying too, like I was like super into the storyline, even though like I had no idea where it was going. But like when they were just doing the magic thing, I was like, oh, that was like this could actually be a sitcom, and I would watch it. Like it was good.
It was a comedy of errors. It was
I think
Yeah.
also, like, I agree with the YouTuber. When I first watched those, I kind of thought, okay, like knowing what happens at the end of Endgame, I was like, okay, I think this is her like escaping everything and just going, because they were. If you watch, I've never watched them, but my mom did, and she was telling me it's exactly how the show went back then. So I think it was meant to be a parallel, and then as we go on in the series, you start to see her like come out more and come back to it, and that's when it starts to get away from the sitcom more and more. And so I think it was like when she was so drawn by her grief, she needed to get away from it. That's what I took away.
I mean, when she like makes the hex and ends up like in black and white with Vision, like she looks kind of confused, like, how did I get here? So I don't think she knew completely what she was doing.
But then at the same
And she just rolled with it.
later, she
like,
snapped right into her role because she was like, "This is the most beautiful thing I could ever have imagined.
I have a
I don't
house,
care
I have
how
my
it
husband.
happened. Let's just roll with it."
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
yeah.
I got here, but this. I mean, if I found myself in that position, I'd probably just be like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm gonna live.
You are in that.
Did anyone else kind of pick
Aww.
I don't know how I got here, guys. Help! Help me!
Go ahead, Morgan.
Pick out that she said, "Thank you for choosing me to be
Yeah.
mom," as if they had like, but as if they had a choice. Because in the thing, she apparently created them, so they would have had no choice. But she kind of leans into that they had a choice whether or not to be there.
But I think that's a little bit of a
also
mom
sets
thing
up
to
the
say.
Yeah, I think that's more of a mom thing.
to say.
That's not, yeah.
I
don't
say
think
that to Zoelle, and
yeah.
she clearly didn't choose me, but
It sounds nice to say, so you say it.
yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that kind of sets up like what I've said in the past about if they are going to go in that direction with the twins. It kind of sets up Mephisto in a way.
Well, I didn't think they were. I really thought that there was something more to the twins for those same reasons, Morgan, and also because she couldn't control them. Like she tried to get them to stop growing, and they grew, and she couldn't stop them from getting.
Yeah.
And I was
Again,
like, okay,
motherhood.
That's true too.
I can't speak from that experience, so
They don't do
defer
what
to
we tell
you.
them to do.
Emma shot up 3 inches in the last 6 months. So I mean,
Yeah.
They don't sleep when we want them to sleep. They don't stop crying when we want them to stop crying. They
But
don't.
I just thought.
So I guess she was just experiencing all those levels of emotion.
And I'm a little disappointed there wasn't more to them in the end.
Yeah,
Like,
I am
there's
too.
going to be they're going to be used in some sort of way, but it was just, I don't know. I felt like that had to be, I don't know. Maybe I am reading too much into it. But
No, I don't think
felt
you're
to me
reading
like
into it in that
was
sense.
significant.
I don't think you're reading into it in the sense that it wasn't an intentional line. Like I do think it's a natural mother thing to say. So in that sense, I think like it wasn't an off-color remark, but I do still feel like they are somehow kind of like I feel like they're coming back. Like they're going to come back somehow. Because
I mean, maybe they do come back as part of Mephisto's soul or something, which would be.
Well, I mean, she was hearing them. She was hearing them
she's
cry
still
for her
hearing
in the
them.
end. So I think that's definitely not by accident. And she created them. I do feel like they exist somewhere. The same way Vision exists somewhere out there, those kids exist somewhere out there.
Yeah.
I'm still just of the mind frame of how did Vision even accept that these are his kids, given that you're a machine and you can't chew gum. You're very analytical, extremely analytical with everything, but you just accept that these are your children.
he kind of like, but at the same time, he just kind of had to accept like everything that was going on. Like he didn't really know what was going on. Maybe he didn't realize he was really a robot.
But even when he woke up, and he understood, you still like. I mean, not that that's a bad thing. Not of course, adoption and so forth. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but it just seems they kind of just, I feel like Marvel just kind of glazed over that idea. They didn't really.
Yeah. He was
under Wanda's spell, but then when he was out of Wanda's spell, he's like, no ways, you know?
But those are still Wanda's children. And I think maybe because Wanda, his wife, then even if he knows, like, maybe she manifested the kids or she created the kids, this is still their family.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if some kid called me mom, even though they weren't really my kid, I'd be like, well, I'm your mom now, so.
Maybe he's just, like, happy to be there, too.
Thanks, Dad, to Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I'd be like,
it's a really emotional moment.
You chose me. I am your mom.
I chose a weird one to say, but
I mean, but sometimes that's just how it is. Like, my daughter isn't my husband's daughter, but to her, he's dad, and to him, she's his daughter. So it's like there's never a question. Like there's no, well, that's your kid. This is our family, and that's your kid, so that's my kid, and that's just how we're going to live our lives.
Yeah. I think part of it,
I feel like some things just can't be explained, and so they just don't.
Yeah. I really quickly
like
wanted to pivot. Yeah, the rabbit.
Dang rabbit.
Hang on, Morgan. I'm going to try to get Morgan.
Did we lose her?
Did you kick Morgan out?
Morgan. No, I did not kick Morgan out. Morgan kicked herself out, and I let her back in.
And I let her back
in. That happened one time. Okay, one time on my first live stream.
No, my iPad's dying.
That was just a mom thing. Morgan, get out of here.
No, okay. So
my iPad was dying.
Yeah. So I wanted to transition really quickly. We were talking about like the White Vision and him like remembering eventually and whatnot. So I don't know why. I kept thinking, have any of y'all ever seen True Blood by chance?
Yes.
I won't like say names. I won't like spoil it, but Christina, you may know what I'm talking about. So there's like a character in True Blood that was like a villain, and they lose their memory, and him and another character kind of like fall in love because they had like this attraction beforehand, and like I think that he kind of liked her beforehand, but like when he loses his memory and like quits being bad, like they just kind of like form this bond. And I kept thinking like that could kind of be how this goes with White Vision. Like once he kind of like has that realization that like, like he was kind of being controlled by like Hayward and whatnot, I think him and Wanda have the potential to like build a relationship and kind of like connect the dots of like what his past was, I guess, in that sense. Yeah. But have you seen True Blood? You know what I'm talking about.
Eric syndrome. Yeah.
Yes. I think that would be beautiful to see. That was one of my favorite seasons, Christy. After that, I quit watching the show because they ruined it. But it was whatever.
Gotta end on a
high
note.
End it where you choose to end it.
Yeah. With Ajanaclair, you missed it. Did you see True Blood? Have you seen True Blood, Ajanaclair?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, then no. It's fine. We can continue. I just want to make that point.
No spoilers.
I like how we got our Vision fight, but most of the fight was just Red Vision literally trying to out-logic White Vision with who's the real Vision.
Who's the most visionist thing that could have possibly happened.
And then
but that actually made more sense than when they were trying to physically fight. Right?
Yeah,
because
it was. He's like, I must kill the real Vision. It's like, I'm not actually the real Vision. It's actually kind of maybe more you. Want to kill yourself? No. Let me. I just thought that was cool. I probably need to watch that scene again.
I also, to Kaylee and sort of Christina's point, I think there's going to be a huge future emphasis on the last line that Vision was like, I wonder what I'll be next, or who knows what I'll be next.
Oh, that's
that is, he's always going to be around because he's a computer. I mean, he started out, if going all the way back to his origins, he started out as basically Ultron and then graduated to Jarvis Ultron mix and then graduated to an Avenger. And then like he keeps coming back in some iteration and developing more and more. And every time we see him, he's got more development under his belt. This is like an extra layer with White Vision being a completely separate entity but still retaining all of the visionness somehow, some way that he was developed into up to Endgame. It's just gonna be really cool. Like, no matter how he comes back, I'm like, that was the height of the episode for me, was him like flying off like I am the Vision. I'm like, yeah, you are. One day you'll see it.
I do wonder when he'll come back though, like, because I don't see him coming back in Doctor Strange 2. I don't see him being a part of Winter Soldier. He's definitely not going to be a part of Loki, maybe Spider-Man, but like, I don't know when, like, I'm just wondering when he'll finally come back. Because I hope they don't wait too long to the point where people forget who he is.
Yeah, they're going to play us.
Kind of like Ant-Man, I feel. I feel like a lot of people forget who Ant-Man is.
I love him.
Yeah. I didn't know
Ant-Man
was a Marvel character.
Because I'm forgetting a bunch. I feel like the most logical thing off the top of my head would be for like when we get up to the new Avengers with the younger kids, which is supposedly in development, it would be really, really cool if he was like their mentor and like training them on, this is how you be an Avengers sport. But I don't know. Like, I'm looking at Phase 4 right now because
with the team, with the
that's
Injustice.
exactly why I thought of it, because it's perfect. Because he can be a crash test dummy. He can be like a sparring partner. He can be, like, logical and knowledgeable. Like, he has all of the bases covered. He can do everything.
And then he can also make you cry with the most beautiful words ever spoken.
Exactly. As he gets more of his visionness back, he'll be like that much better. It'd be like
Where's our cameo?
Yeah, I'm really
That was
mad
a
about
lie.
What cameo?
You guys,
But Stanley always does a cameo. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, then he did this interview where he was like, "Oh, there's a cameo
Oh, okay.
with someone I've always wanted to work with." And
It was Kitty.
He played us all, and the jokes are on us because it's him. It's just him in a scene with himself. And I was like,
I think that's what it. That's what
Tim
I
and I
heard.
were hypothesizing like Ian McKellen's gonna show up or something.
If Fox X-Men Magnetos had shown up, that would have been really cool.
I'm with Kaylee. It was definitely Kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty or the rabbit?
It was the rabbit.
You know,
Maybe I don't know everything that the actress who plays Kitty has done, but I didn't think she was like hitting like the A-listers right now.
No, but look, I don't know. I just like.
I think she actually looks really good.
She was in that 70s show. I mean, that woman does not age.
No,
I mean,
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, is her
like she looks the same as she did when she filmed that 70s show back like 20 years ago.
So. Now the YouTuber's saying that
the YouTuber always answers our
questions. I thought it was. I thought he said in the interview that he got to work with someone he's always wanted to work with.
In a later interview, like recently, he said it was actually him.
Oh, I could suck you. I love you.
April,
I'm
you
never
need
gonna
to record
trust
like some
again.
AMSR videos. I'm sorry for that aside, guys, but that is just the thing that just came to my mind when she spoke just now. I'm like, I can listen to your voice to go to sleep. You need to record like bedtime stories.
we all need that microphone because your sound sounds so good.
It does.
Which Connor, you talk too because you have a microphone.
Thank you.
Talk.
Oh wait, what? Oh, hi.
I keep waiting for Connor to say the price of something.
What is the price of that suit, sir?
I do wonder though, with like the whole like Kitty thing though, like I wonder if they'll do that more too, or we'll see like some of these like other actors like take on these roles that like aren't that big of roles.
Yeah,
That'd be
but
kind of
sometimes
interesting.
I think you like see people do cameos just because they're a big fan of like.
I want to see Betty White. I want to see Betty White in a Marvel movie.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
She can come back as like Agnes'
She's gonna be
mother.
Storm.
She's gonna be Storm. Maybe she'll be when they recast I guess the X-Men
Storm would be so
Fantastic
good.
Four. She'll be in the Fantastic
You know
Four.
what Betty? This isn't Marvel, but you know who Betty White would be really good as? Would be Granny Goodness from
Oh wow!
DC Universe.
Oh man, she'd be
She'd
a
be
great
spot
Granny
on.
Goodness.
But
Speaking
still
of,
follow DC Comics. We'll move on.
Yeah.
celebrities doing like small little cameos that aren't really big characters. There was a set picture from the new Thor Love and
Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
And it was you know how on Ragnarok Matt Damon was Thor
Matt
in the
Damon.
play?
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
it was Matt Damon and Melissa McCartney. And I think she was in a Hela costume. So there's that one too, which is going to be.
Yeah. And his brother, Liam or Chris? Yeah, the other
Liam.
Yeah.
It wasn't Liam. It was his actual other brother that's not really.
The non-famous brother.
Yeah.
I hate worse, but
there's a third one?
Yeah, there's a third one that doesn't really do acting.
Oh, wow.
After
we know
Liam.
Christina's excited to see Natalie Portman potentially.
That makes me sad. I love Natalie Portman.
No, I was gonna say that, Christina. I was gonna say to you in the live chat last week, when you popped into the comments. Jane Foster, as boring as she is, she could have been so much more boring. The actual comic book Jane Foster is like a paramedic who just happened to be in the area when Thor's around. And like literally she goes away for like 9 out of every 10 comics to do some treatment on somebody and then comes back and it's like, hey, coffee?
She's just out there saving lives. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't want to undervalue paramedics. Don't get me wrong. Like, in the comic book universe, we have Avengers and we have EMS. Probably
are the Avengers CPR certified?
So I know you don't like Natalie Portman because of the prequels, mostly, right?
I just don't like Natalie Portman. I understand here's the thing. I think it's her face.
I think it's her face?
Okay, but for real though, come on. There are actors that you have, because Christian Bale, I don't like his mouth. So I can't stand everything that he does. It's like there's no lip thing. So when he played Batman, I was over. I was like, God, no, because I don't like him.
He did have a weird bat chin.
His bat chin wasn't quite right.
But I was going to suggest V for Vendetta.
That's a great movie. That's a good
Natalie Portman really rocks it out in that one. It's a comic book movie, so I feel like that's kind of a little setup towards the whole Lady Thor thing.
Yeah, we were talking romance too. What's that movie she's in with Ashton Kutcher? That's a good rom-com.
No Strings Attached. I love that.
Didn't like her there either.
I love the dad's birthday song in that movie for some reason.
I didn't really like this movie, but she was good and she did a good job acting in Black Swan.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen Black Swan, and Black Swan's storyline isn't that bad. I look at her and it's just something.
That is the most judgmental, face though.
She does have really bad RBF. Even in her movies, sometimes she just has the worst RBF. And I'm just like, what are you so mad
about? That's what it is.
Stop.
Maybe that's what it is.
She's hungry.
But see, that picture of Natalie Portman is not like how I see Natalie Portman.
Yeah, did you Google RBF?
No, I literally Googled Natalie Portman.
Type in nice Natalie Portman. See what
I think
I will look.
No Strings Attached. I think she was really good in No Strings Attached, but I think when she has more serious, I didn't see Black Swan, but when she has more serious roles, I feel like she doesn't do as well.
I would agree with that.
She used to be the only movie I remember actually seeing her in was this movie called Where the Heart Is or something like that.
It makes me
That's her when she gave birth in the Walmart.
Yes, she was cute in that. That was the cute.
Yeah,
he was really cute in that.
I did like that movie.
Okay, I didn't like her in Star Wars. I don't really like her I don't like Thor to begin with. So I mean.
Okay, what is it about her in Star Wars? I'm pulling up. Okay, by the way,
I'm sorry. There's nothing is gonna save the first few Star Wars movies.
Morgan, again, we can't be friends.
I agree with you.
I enjoyed the first couple of Star Wars movies. Like, I feel like I have to watch them in order to watch the others. I mean, I did start with like the one from 1978, like episode 4, when I started watching them.
You guys, watch it. That is a
You have to watch them, but you probably, I don't know. They're
regret it.
Okay, back to WandaVision. Kaylee wants to go back to WandaVision.
Okay, guys. Really, no. This is Natalie Portman. Okay, so I know.
This is no longer WandaVision finale. For anybody who just got in here, it's now the Natalie Portman show.
Okay, so I Googled
for the next fairness, if you have been on a WandaVision live, you know the first 2 hours is about WandaVision, and after the first 2 hours, it's a free for all.
We really need to see where we end up at the end.
I want to talk about Dwayne the Rock Johnson after this. So get going.
Okay, so
I love him.
You guys
Okay,
thought I
what do you have?
picked. You guys thought I picked a bad picture of Natalie Portman. I literally typed in Natalie Portman nice, and we're gonna see.
Yeah.
I hope she's wearing clothes. Yeah, that's not a good one either.
All right, I agree with you, Christina. I don't like Natalie Portman.
I don't know why that was the picture, but that was the picture. That was the first picture. The second one was not much better.
Whoever runs Google also hates Natalie Portman, apparently.
Apparently.
Hey, there's no next
I
picture of Natalie Portman.
I did like Natalie Portman, and it's probably like a horrible, controversial role, I guess. But in when she did Leon, when she was a kid, it's called Leon the Professional.
The one she was smoking cigarettes or something?
Yeah.
Is that her?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that movie was about. I don't know why I remember that, but
Professional. It was The Professional. And I thought for her age, she did really, really well with the content, because it was not kids content. Like, I can't believe she put that together, but for her age, she carried it well. So I'm not knocking her acting ability, I guess.
That's right. The YouTuber said it's the roast of Natalie Portman. Oh gosh, no.
Okay, look.
No.
There's
no.
Cassidy had mentioned she hates his mouth. Okay, because literally his front tooth is like in the middle almost.
He's so
almost looks like Tom Brady a little bit in this photo.
Yeah.
Okay, we do not speak about Tom Brady in this house.
I cannot tell you how many times when people find out my last name, they're like, "Are you related to Tom Brady?" Like, all my kids every year, they're like, "Are you married to Tom Brady?" And my response every time is, "If I were married to Tom Brady, I would not be in this room right now."
That's true. Cassidy, I think that's an insult to Keira Knightley. I'm sorry.
No, that's a thing though. They do look kind of.
I can't think of his name.
I never thought of that before.
She's from Pirates.
Think about
Morgan.
it, but in terms of like acting,
Elizabeth from Pirates.
She's very
Yeah,
no, she's not.
Is she in anything else other than
Pride and Prejudice?
Pride and
Prejudice.
She was in Love Actually.
I
too.
loved her in Pride and Prejudice.
She's been in a lot of stuff.
She does a lot of period.
Oh, Atonement. She was in Atonement.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, I liked her.
This Patrick Star. Mr. Megorium, Thunder Emporium.
That's true, Cassidy.
Speaking of Patrick Star, they're giving him his own spin-off show.
I don't know how I feel about that.
They also
Wait,
brought
who is
the
he?
Rugrats back.
Now I have to look him up.
You don't know who he is.
No, this is Patrick.
Wow, don't come for me, everybody.
Okay. So for a minute, I thought we were
Is
talking
mayonnaise
like
an
a real
instrument?
person, and I was like, "Who's Patrick Star?" But yes, I know who he is.
I don't know who Patrick Star is either.
SpongeBob. From SpongeBob.
I get it. Like now that I'm
Ajanaclair. Have you ever heard?
Like Patrick
I'm
Star.
right with you, John.
If you have ever heard, is mayonnaise an instrument? Then that is that person.
Was
I don't know,
anybody
at our
else in
school,
marching
they
band?
literally said that.
Anybody
A what
else?
band?
High school marching band.
Yes. Yes.
That marching band episode of SpongeBob.
The best episode.
It was my life.
I was about to say, if you do not watch if you are only going to watch one episode of SpongeBob, it needs to just be that episode.
Yeah,
that is
the
it.
band
That is the episode. I don't know why too. The one that sticks out in my mind, like when I think of SpongeBob, for some reason, is that episode where Mrs. Puff like passes SpongeBob and gives him his driver's license, and then she starts having like anxiety about it. So she goes, so she goes to like steal the boat, and then he's like sleeping in the boat.
You know what's scary is I was literally thinking of that episode as everyone else is describing the Marching Band episode.
Yeah, because that's like the second episode. In the pizza episode.
Crusty Crab pizza?
Is the pizza
for you?
Are you
I think of the Doodle Bob episode because
Doodle Bob stressed me out. Like I hated Doodle Bob. What do you say? Oi, oi, whatever.
I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob growing up because my mom absolutely hated his voice.
My mom hated it, but my dad loved it. So he was like, I'm going to watch it with you guys, and mom will just deal with it.
The hash slinging slasher.
That was a good one.
The hash sling. Oh, the one, it was like, he was number one. That guy, the bubble hat, whatnot. Yeah.
Oh,
anyways, sorry, we got so off.
Episode too.
So
What'd you say?
I said the split my pants episode too. Like, I split my pants so many times.
No, what's the one? I don't know why this one just popped in my head. The one where he's like trying to get into that like club or whatnot, where it's like he has to be like kind of on the wild side, and they keep trying to like push him back to like the Weenie Hut Junior.
You said it all the time.
I do use the word Weenie Hut Junior. I'm like, that's so Weenie Hut Junior.
No, what the song? I'm a goofy goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah. That gets stuck in my head more than it should. I don't know why. Anyways, no one's gonna like.
And now it's the SpongeBob show.
Wait, I think Christina's trying to.
Val's like, I'm leaving.
Val's like, I'm over it.
I'm sorry. We got off
WandaVision.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. That I need to go as well. But I did want to leave. Well, dang. I'm on SpongeBob. Bye.
I'm joking.
So, one final thought about WandaVision.
Yes.
Okay.
I felt I wanted a little. I know it's about Wanda. I get it, and I know, but I wanted a little. I felt a little let down after Monica's manifestation of her powers. I feel like they didn't do enough with that.
I agree with that.
I felt like you had an opportunity to really, like you said before, like somebody said before, like sell me on what's coming next. And I felt like they fell short on selling what Monica could really do. And I know in true form for Marvel, there's always a build-up, and that character's got to learn some stuff and learn how to use their powers or whatever. But for I felt like they could have done a little bit better with that.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like
really
you literally
I was
sat
totally
there.
annoyed when she disappeared for 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Right, like you sat there and watched her have bullets not just fly through her, but her body turned somewhat translucent, and then we're just not even going to talk about that. Like,
and she absorbs the energy. She absorbs the energy from them. Because I originally thought when that started happening, I was like, oh, they're going to go right through her and hit the boys anyway. So what the heck was that for?
No, she slowed them down.
Yeah,
she slowed them down.
The energy from them.
And it's like, okay, so we're just not even going. I mean, I get it. It's not about her, and you can't really go into too much detail because this is the season finale. But it was just like everybody saw this happen, and nobody questioned it. It was just like, okay.
It definitely could have been a 2-part finale.
Yeah,
I feel like it could have been longer. It felt short.
Yeah.
They also, in that scene too, though, I felt like they took your attention off of that quick too, because they're like, "Oh, she's got powers," but so like that kid stopped the bullet too. He can do it too, and then they like kind of kept going on.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm with the UC where I think Captain Marvel 2 is going to be her time to shine. This
and
like
I agree with that. And it was just like you got this big thing that happens. Like that's a huge thing. Like he shot that gun like 5 or 6 times, and there were like several bullets.
He was trying to down her.
It was in front of everybody. It was in front of everybody. Like everybody who was out there saw what happened, And it was like, okay, after we deal with the whole Wanda and Agnes and Vision thing and Wanda bringing down the Hex, let's go do this investigation. Like, like
Also,
you see
question:
Hayward
what
getting
happened to
arrested and
Hayward's
nobody
men?
brings it up.
What happened to Hayward's men? Because Wanda's son was controlling them, and then they kind of just left them there, and then they just were gone.
Yeah.
What happened to them?
I think they filmed more and they cut it down to 50 minutes. I think they made some decisions.
Well,
there's just no way.
I think, is it Assembled? The making of series is coming out like next week, so we might get answers about how things were shot and why things were cut, but we might not. But I would be interested to see that series and see if it fills any gaps, because they're also going to keep tight-lipped about anything that's coming that they don't want to spoil while still putting you on the hook.
Yeah.
Another
All right,
thing
guys.
about that.
Well, I need to go.
Christina, really quick before you go, Christina, what was your favorite moment of the episode? Your favorite moment?
One?
Yeah, this finale.
Okay, so I think it was Wanda and Vision's last moments together.
Yeah.
That was mine. That was I was gonna say that was mine. Yes.
Everything else was good. I just feel like Wanda's and Vision's last, because they really, and that's what I wanted to say about this. I tried to say earlier about those first 2 episodes. I think the value of those first 2 episodes is to show they truly, genuinely love each other. Like, because we got that whole strolling down the street back in whatever movie it was, and it wasn't with the chorus, and they had to leave, and so you got a little bit, but I never really bought into their romantic affirmations for each other. I never bought into it. I was like, oh, okay, that's what you're doing, really? But this made me really, really feel her pain. Those first 2, and that I think those first 2 were there, even though they seemed kind of sucky at first. They didn't move the plot at all. The fact of the matter is that they made me feel her pain in the end, and that's what I like.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, but yeah, so that was my favorite part. But
all right,
so.
Thank you, Christina.
That was beautiful.
And it was a pleasure having you. Bye.
Next time.
I feel bad for anyone who just finished the finale and was sobbing in the floor as we were to go, and is looking on the internet for people who are commiserating, oh, the live
We're
chat.
talking about
Let's go
SpongeBob.
in there, and then we land. It's mayonnaise an instrument.
Yeah. They turn on, they have a
Yeah.
picture of Natalie Portman like this.
is it Star Wars or Marvel? What are we talking about?
Look, I mean, you already know if you look, you just know if it's my show, it's gonna be this way. This is just how it is. I'm my brain's like squirrel, all the time. That's just how it is.
I can't wait to watch the replay, especially for when we were watching the show, to see everybody's reactions as they were watching, because I was too busy watching to see what everybody else was doing.
I mean,
a lot of people said we meet like this.
All I know is that I was
like,
not the only one who was sniffling really.
No, you were not. You were not.
No.
Katie. You were not.
I was fighting it so hard.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not gonna cry on camera.
I saw Katie with the tissues, and I saw Ajanaclair. I don't know, April, did you cry? I feel like I saw you, but I could be completely wrong.
Bald. I couldn't wipe my eyes around the mask.
I
know, and
take off my glasses.
I think I was the first one. I feel like I was the first one to start. I could be completely wrong, but I was trying. I wanted to cry from the beginning.
I saw Connor tearing up, and I was like, oh.
I didn't look at you guys.
I don't know.
If I look, and I don't know if it was. I think it might have been Christina who said at the end it was she has lost everything for the 3rd time, and I was like,
yeah, that's what I said. I said that. I was like,
no.
Can you imagine losing everything? Not one time, losing the love of your life, not one time, not 2 times,
3 times.
Wait,
and then your family, and then your house, and you're left with no one. And I was so sad.
Yeah, it's like she's left like when she got there. She's like back where she was when she got there. You know.
Yeah.
And
in a cabin alone by herself.
Yeah.
Looking at dark magic. Not a
when
big
they zoomed in on the cabin, I was like, "Oh, is this a Iron Man? Like, are they gonna bring out Morgan?" And then I was like, "Oh no, I'm completely wrong about that."
I thought that though for a second because it kind of looked like the cabin from Endgame. Like for a second, I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
But no.
That one scene though, where she was like leaving like the foundation too. That was like a whoa moment for me too, though. Like just seeing that because like I remember seeing from the other episode where it was like the story was like almost like beginning, like you're kind of seeing that develop. It's kind of crazy to see that. And you're like, whoa, like now she's back to like kind of where she was, like
exactly.
Yeah. Well, she like went through all that, and now she's back to where she was, but she like lost it all again. You know,
I mean,
she's even worse than when she started.
Yeah, I mean, I loved that moment where like Monica they were talking about all the town people and like she was like they hate me or whatever, or they're still gonna hate me. But Monica was like, you know, they don't realize like how much you gave up for them, like how much you sacrificed to let them be free. And I thought that was beautiful, and then I started crying again. But it just it's
especially
so sad.
when she was like, I would do it if it was my mother. Like if I had your powers, I had the ability, like I would have done the same thing. Like you didn't do anything that anybody else would not have done had they had the opportunity to do it.
I think that was just really cool that Monica does not know like Wanda at all, and the way she just was like,
profound connection.
I connect with her and I understand like her motivations for all of this, and I know she's not a bad guy. I just thought that was so cool. Like I really very invested in seeing where Monica goes.
That's the other thing. Like this show could have gone on straight through without Monica in it at all. And like the plot would have been fine without her, but I'm really glad that they tied her in because that bond of grief, not only is it cool that, you know, we have Captain Marvel 2 kind of set up in a way, but also the fact that the two characters were able to bond with grief, that added such an emotional punch to the show. And it kind of gave us a window into Wanda that we might not have otherwise had too, because Wanda's not going to be standing around talking to herself about how she feels. But Monica like looks in her eyes and sees everything and can like verbalize it and say, I know how you're feeling. I know you're alone. I know I've seen what happened to you. I understand it better than anyone could. And Wanda's like, it did happen to me that way. But in a aggressive way.
I can't wait to see like Jimmy Woo again too, because like I haven't seen that to him.
Yeah, I loved him so much this episode.
I kept thinking too, though. Like, I mean, I was saying like before, but like I kept thinking him as like Kim Jong-un too, in the interview.
From the interview,
because it's the same guy. But
well, I love the fact that Darcy came in and kind of saved the day at the end.
I'm a little disappointed we didn't.
Even though they didn't show her.
Yeah, they didn't even show her.
I just knew it was her because she was in the truck.
I'm telling you, they probably filmed like a 3-hour finale, and they're like, we can't put a 3-hour finale.
Or I don't know when filming was completed, but it could have been COVID too. Like if they cut,
that's true.
Like right at the very end, and they were like, we can only bring back whoever's essential to finish this up.
Well, she also has another show going. She's also on Broke Girls.
True.
Is that still on?
I forgot that was still going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still on? Like actual new episodes?
I think at the same time they were filming it, they were wrapping up 2 Broke Girls.
Oh, I thought that show ended years ago.
Yeah, I remember like watching the first couple episodes of that, but yeah, I didn't know it was still on.
I think so.
I thought they were. Yeah, I thought that show ended like well over a year before COVID.
I'll always try to remember Kat Dennings from Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Oh, yeah. Cassidy! Oh my gosh, you had to hit me in my feels. Cassidy's mother passed away when we were in high school, right around the same time my grandfather passed away. So that hit Cassidy. You're gonna make me cry again. Don't do this to me. Don't even. Don't make me cry. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Cassie had hit me in my feels again. But yes, I can imagine that is like everyone said. That is something that you would definitely do. Cassidy, I'm gonna. Why? Why did you make me do this? Anyway,
I mean, it's one of those situations where what she's done is wrong, but it's like hard to be upset with her because it's one of those things where if you put yourself in her shoes, I don't imagine that you can't imagine that you wouldn't do the same thing.
Also, I was a little annoyed at them because their town is literally falling apart, and she made it look so much better.
Yeah.
It's
great.
You ungrateful brat.
I think we're back to it. Like, the movie theater is like clearly out of business. Like everything like it was out of business, falling apart. Like
being from somebody who lived in New Jersey, that the Westview that she made was definitely nicer.
Oh wow.
I was there too. I know. But like
I upgraded your life, you ungrateful heifers.
Yeah.
I mean, how dare you? How dare you be ungrateful? I mean, all she's doing is controlling your life and making it better. How dare you be ungrateful?
I would love that. You never have to worry about what's coming next because she's got you covered. She's not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Like
you said, I made you
town
safe
is
here.
protected from like a nuclear explosion right now. So if everyone else died, you'd be here because
you'll survive the apocalypse.
Yeah,
100%.
But then I guess the flip side to that is, can you imagine walking around having to feel Wanda's grief?
Well,
that's some serious grief. The amount of grief that made her do what she did.
But clearly she didn't know that they were feeling the grief because they said, I feel it. I feel your grief when I go to
and she was like, no, I made your life better. And they're like, no,
we have your
in order for her to I feel like it's because in order for her to use her powers, a part of her has to go with it.
Yeah.
So to control their minds, like in the way that she was doing it, a part of her was with them. And so that just because her parents, her brother, her lover, like good Lord, what else you gonna say?
That's why everyone was so scared of her, like when they would have those moments of clarity and be like, this is horrifying because they're living her nightmares and they don't realize that it's not supposed to be like a punishment. They don't know. She doesn't realize it's happening. So that was.
There's also a layer of like
a lot of layers.
The falsehood of it is kind of in itself. I'm sure like it was addictive for her in that once she started even in episode 2 when the beekeepers arrived, like it started out she had no idea how she did this and she didn't mean to do it and she might not have done it if it was fully in her control so to do or not to do. But now that it's done, it's like a warm comfort blanket wrapped around her. And anything that takes attention away from her perfect little
it's a problem.
Is like I liken it to like an addict who's like wrapped up in the comfort of whatever they're addicted to. Someone else tries to tell you, hey, this might not be a good thing. You like try to find ways to justify it. Like, no, it is a good thing. Like, okay, well, I don't really want to talk to you right now. I'm going to go back to my comfort.
I think that's why she freaked out on Monica when Monica brought up Ultron, because she's like, why are you bringing this horrible thing into my perfect little world? Get out.
Well, I think it's also like a realization, like I didn't create you. You wouldn't have been able to say that if I brought you here. Like if you were here, I put you here. Like, where did you come from? Like, I didn't put you in this world.
Yeah. So good.
But can we talk about one thing real quick though? And that's the snarky little mailman guy.
He was Mephisto.
I was convinced. Like some cojones, because he was always saying something really snarky, even when he was in the truck. I can't even remember the line, but even tonight when he was driving away in the truck,
don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger. And it was like,
and then she got shot.
I thought he was the rabbit. I thought he was some spy for Agatha.
I've been thinking about this. Is it possible that because he's a delivery man in every version of the decade or whatever, he's like driving back and forth to the outskirts of town to drop stuff off? Maybe he's like getting further and further from her influence, and possibly slightly more aware than the others of the fact that he's being controlled and trying to like rebel against it.
Wait, did we rule out that he was the rabbit though, for real? Because he did have a rabbit on his truck.
I know that drives me.
Did we rule it out? Because the whole thing about like he could have been like one of her little spies or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, I just think that's very suspicious that he had a rabbit of all things on his truck. Like,
I feel like that was either a red herring that we're supposed to it's supposed to bother us and means nothing, or it does mean something and we don't know,
And it'll come up 2 movies later.
Or it's a coincidence that they made him a rabbit.
I am going furious if in Doctor Strange 2, Mr. Rabbit actor, who I will not recognize by his face and will have to be reminded by flashback, pops up and he's like, it was the rabbit all along.
Hashtag bad rabbit.
Bad rabbit.
Hashtag bad rabbit.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, but every time he would come around, Agnes would come right after him.
Yeah.
He was there right before Sparky.
He was there right before Sparky. He came up right before Agatha, like shot her little thing at her. Right, he was right there, right before Agatha took her to the basement. Like,
all right, you've convinced me.
He's the rabbit. He's the bad rabbit. That guy's
the rabbit.
And he said he was so tired.
I think he's Mephisto and the rabbit.
I thought we already established that I was Mephisto, so it's in the banner.
We didn't get like conclusion on some things. Like, what happened to the beekeeper?
The Canadian guy said so.
Did we address the beekeeper? Because that was like, and then like also, the YouTuber says the mailman always throws shade. He sure does.
He does.
I agree, Jake from Canadians.
Canada.
That's how I say Canada sometimes.
Because I think I'm trying to say Canadian and Canada at the same time, and it just comes out Canada.
I was trying to say.
It's got a nice ring to it. I mean,
I was trying to say Canadian State Farm, and then I started laughing, and it didn't really come out.
Don't feel bad. I before I learned that call the people of Barbados Batians, I call them Barbadonian. Barbados, Barbadonian. Like, what?
That sounds like Babylonians.
Okay, this is Connor. Do you remember that How I Met Your Mother episode where Ted was teaching and he called chameleon? And his class had to like correct him, and they're like, "No, it's chameleon." And he's like, "No, it's chameleon."
I feel like I'm so close to that too. Because like, what is that like season like 4?
It's early. It's early on. No, I just rewatched it. I feel like it was season 2 or something.
No, he doesn't start teaching at season 2 though.
I don't know.
I just I'm like on.
No, yeah, you're right. It's not that early.
Yeah, because I forget like where I am, but I started like rewatching it. I'm right when he started teaching, so it's got to be like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I remember. Energized.
I remember. I've restarted it, and I'm on season 3. I'm about to get to Sandcastles in the Sand, which is like my favorite episode ever. Because I'm a big romantic, and yeah. Anyways, but yeah, you're right. I was watching like a montage of like funny moments. I think. And that's when that came up. But anyways, Sandcastles in the Sand. Can't wait to get there. Which that finale I hate with a deep fiery passion in my soul. We won't talk about it, but
How I Met Your Mother finale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, there is a new SpongeBob prequel on Paramount Plus.
When they're like kids.
Yeah, when they're little kids.
Oh, I did see that.
My
I
fiance
love how we're
just,
going
pulled
from
it up.
everything.
My fiance pulled it up and was like, "Since y'all were talking about SpongeBob, here you go."
Connor's like, "Okay, I'm gonna head out now." Oh, isn't that the SpongeBob meme? Like, all right, I'm gonna head out. Have y'all seen that?
Yes.
He's like getting out of the chair.
You guys went to Nick Universe. Did they have the characters there?
Oh god!
They had SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah, SpongeBob and Patrick were on the stage, and they and then what's it called? Paw Patrol person was up there for a little
okay.
bit. But Patrick and
Did they have any of the Ninja Turtles? When I was the last time I was there, they had the Ninja Turtles.
but we didn't see them.
Yeah,
that
I think
day.
it was Patrick and SpongeBob. They were out there a lot because we saw them several times.
And then like throughout the park, they have the little sculptures that are like life size, so you can have like a photo op with Sandy. Well, not Sandy specifically because she's behind a fence for some reason, but like that. If you can't go and meet the characters,
My
to
only
wave, you can
disappointing thing is you cannot actually climb up on top of the Appa and get a picture.
Oh man, that thing is huge.
That thing is huge. Definitely not.
They have an Appa?
Yeah.
What's an
It's
Appa?
From
Avatar.
The Last Airbender.
Airbender.
I have it on DVD. I love that series.
Did
so
you
much. I
watch
have
Legends of Korra, Kaylee?
Okay, when it first
No,
came
you gotta
on,
do it. Just power through. Just power
Yeah,
through.
it's got the.
It's not good. It's not Avatar: The Last Airbender.
It's not good.
Movies. But you gotta power through. It gets
Okay.
better, and then it gets a lot worse, and then it just ends.
Well,
and you're like,
there are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons I did not watch it, and one of them, you're going to judge me so hardcore. I love the original series. I love everything about it. However, I really wanted Zuko and Katara together.
Katara shipper.
Fierce judgment.
Zutara.
It's
Okay.
Katara is a very, very
Common.
yeah.
Well, look, I
It
don't
was
know.
there.
I'm a
good.
sucker. I'm a sucker for like a bad boy redeemed kind of thing. I'm just a sucker for it.
I'm
And
absolutely-
Zuko, listen, okay. Oh, spoiler for people who do not know, because this is like the best redemption arc ever.
It
You can fight me on it.
It
But
is.
yeah, best redemption arc ever. Like he did so like. And then Iroh is like the best. Oh my gosh, I just can't even. And then that episode where the actor who like voiced Iroh had died, and they had the little episode like contributing to like Iroh's son, but it was like the voice actor.
No.
Anyways, I'm sorry. We just need to have all these chats.
Oh, I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was like, and I'm so annoyed that when Legends of Korra came out came out on Netflix, because everyone used to make fun of me. Like all my friends when I was little, they were like, "You like Avatar: The Last Airbender? That show's so dumb." And then they're all bandwagoning on it and like, "Oh, it's amazing!" And I'm like, "No, you can't say that."
I watched it on TV 10 years ago.
I watched it like OG. I remember being in like elementary school and people talking about like shows, and I was always like, "Did you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?" Because like I was obsessed. I feel like I heard that they were coming out with a series on Netflix.
They are. Apparently, they're gonna try to redo the movie in like a TV show format.
But let me just comment real quickly about how the live action movie, about how, and I don't know if it was a culture thing, and I respect culture things, but let's talk about how in the TV show they called him Aang, and then in the movie they decided to call him Ong.
I mispronounced everyone's name because it was Sokka and Ong and
I know, but the Ong one really just bothered it.
Yeah, it did.
I've seen it one time and never again.
I'm just tuning back. What are we on here?
The last
Okay.
Have you seen it, Connor?
What did you say? Last Style Bender? Is that what I heard?
Last
The Last Airbender.
Oh, Last Airbender. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I never seen that.
It's also funny. I have this comment up from Cassidy saying worst final season ever. Someone like just tuning in is going to think this is talking about like WandaVision or something.
Oh
it's
my gosh! No.
It's talking about How I Met Your Mother, which I agree. I concur. That, and honestly, since we were talking about Kitty earlier, just going to throw it out there. That 70s show had a terrible final season that I just pretend
I've never
doesn't
seen that show.
You would like it's hilarious.
I saw
I've seen like one or two episodes, but not like all the way through.
Okay.
So How I Met Your Mother, I've seen like every episode.
I hate when people are purposely stupid. Like it just makes me so angry when they're purposely stupid all the time and they have no redeeming factor.
Are we talking about Kelso?
Like Kelso? Kelso though. He had some moments where I liked him.
Kelso. He was actually my favorite character on that show. But like,
you just described Kelso.
The main character and the main female lead. I forgot what their names are.
Eric. They really weren't that dumb though.
But he was just so like like the things he said that came out of his mouth, I was like, in
Eric
what
the main
universe
character?
do you think that's okay?
Yeah.
For that to come out of your mouth.
No, I liked everyone. I don't know. Y'all don't judge me. I always I love the shows in general, but I always talk about couples because I cling to couples, and that's what I love watching the most. Don't judge me. I'm a single girl. It's just I live vicariously, I guess. I don't know. I've always been this way. But I loved Jackie and Hyde, and they did Jackie and Hyde dirty in that show. And spoiler, I'm sorry. Does anyone care? Does anyone have not seen the show? Speak now.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but I don't care if you spoil it.
Anyways, they were together. They were together up to the last season, and then they broke up. And this, I don't know how many seasons there are. Say season 7 finale, they broke up. Well, and then in season 8, they changed showrunners, and the people who they changed to hated Jackie and Hyde, and they refused to put them together, and they had them hate each other. And both Mila Kunis and Danny Masterson, who played them, were like, no, they should have ended up together. So I have justification, but I did not watch that last season. It is dead to me. There's nothing good about it. Eric wasn't in that season. They broke up freaking Jackie and Hyde. She ended up with Fez. Spoiler alert. Fez. Anyways.
Yeah. I don't remember Jackie and Hyde being together very often. I thought it was always Jackie and Kelso.
You must have not watched very far. It was like halfway. Yeah. He went to California because she wanted to marry him.
No, I remember Jackie and Hyde being a thing, and
yeah, I've never watched that show all the way through, but I do remember that
it was
happening.
Her and Ashton Kutcher, that's who it was going to be.
Which I love that they're married in real life. I do love that.
I do, but it's kind of gross now that I think back on it. That
she was 14 years old.
Yeah.
She lied about her age.
Yeah, she did. She lied about her age to get that role, which I think is funny. But yeah.
And then he was 24 or something like that.
I don't think it was that. It was
Can you really say it was a bad career move though? Because we all know.
But did she really lie?
She did.
I mean, I think she did.
At some point they had to do paperwork, and when they to give her a paycheck, so they knew how old she was.
I think they knew before they started filming. I think they probably knew, but then I don't know.
They were like, "Oh, but we like you, so we're keeping you."
Exactly.
I think it was more like I think it was more like she lied during the audition to get the part, and then afterwards she already had the part, and then she was like, "Well, you can't not hire me because I'm 14."
Contract.
Because I'm sure they were probably looking for, whatever description, age 16 to 23 or something.
Yeah, an appropriate age for someone to be making out with.
Weird casting decisions all the time with age.
Oh yes, this.
Even couples even movies I like, I'm like,
that's the best.
You guys are 8 years apart, and I know you're adults and over 18, but it's so kind of weird.
I mean, if you want to go back to Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire was 40.
Listen,
it was 27 or something like that.
Just stop right there. We're not going to start a Toby bash. Let's just stop it. Let's just not even bring it up. Let's just not even.
I also just get annoyed with teenagers being cast as 20-something-year-olds because I think it's a bad. Because think about it, a 12, 13, 14-year-old is watching this movie and they're like, I'm supposed to look like that. And it's
yeah,
you're not, because that's a 26-year-old woman who's already gone through puberty.
Well, the older you get, the younger people actually look. When I was in high school, I was looking around and I'm like, oh, we don't look that young. We definitely look like we could pass for whatever we need to pass to get into this, that, and the other thing. But then looking back on it as a 30-something-year-old, being like, oh man, those people are really, really short and really, really young. And I would have a very hard time believing them as serious actors and actresses in any high school movie of any kind.
I remember though, in high school too, my freshman year, then you see seniors and stuff, and they always look so old, so much older to me. And then when we were seniors, I was like, wait, we don't look like they did. But then you look at pictures and you're like, oh wait, they actually didn't look that old.
No, they're just babies.
It's all perspective. But I think Hollywood too, it's all about perspective. So if they want to cast who's going to appeal to wider audiences
I'm
and
fine
not look
with
like a
them
child.
casting, a 23-year-old Tom Holland who is baby-faced and looks like he still could be in high school as a high schooler. But when
he legit does look like he could.
Adams, who is 28 years old and does not have the body of a teenage girl, is a teenager in a movie. Sorry. I love Mean Girls.
I was just thinking the same thing, Katie. I was just thinking, I'm like, there are certain movies you look at now and you're like, did they really want me to believe that person was 18 or 17?
Yeah.
High School
Musical. Or a freshman.
Like High School Musical, which I look back at them now and I think, oh my gosh, they look like they're babies. Like
I couldn't believe that the girl that played Monique, she was like almost 30.
She was, yeah. I think she was like,
How do you guys feel about like Zac Efron as a whole? Because like I love Zac Efron. Like the amount of roles he's played and like different roles, like he's like really good.
He's got a good range.
I think he can laugh at himself too.
You guys seen Charlie St. Cloud?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you really want to weep.
Yeah.
What?
I was gonna say,
how long have you been married and you haven't told me this?
I'm pretty sure it's come up.
Wait, did you say, Katie, you don't like it? Is that what you
said?
said?
No, I said I've never seen it.
Oh, never seen it.
Okay, so you made me watch Baywatch, but we didn't watch Charlie St. Cloud.
Well, I wouldn't have watched Baywatch if I'd known that you hadn't seen Charlie St. Cloud.
In like 5 minutes, Tim's like, we gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. And turned it on.
You gotta watch it now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say really quickly while we were talking about like casting actors in appropriate age. I highly doubt any of you guys have ever seen this series, but when I was in elementary school, I watched the show, like me and my friends, and Cassidy, if she's still on here, she's watching it right now. Actually, she's rewatching it, and it's called Degrassi.
Yeah,
and
I remember Degrassi.
Yes.
Drake.
Okay,
Drake.
So, like,
Yeah,
actually,
I was gonna say same.
I feel so old right now because my son watched that show.
No, what's sad? I started watching Degrassi.
I never watched
literally.
it. I just know about Drake.
Yeah, okay, so I started watching Degrassi. Let me just talk about my Degrassi story for just a quick second. So me and my best friend from elementary school started watching it literally when we were 6 or 7 years old, which is super inappropriate. I rewatched it, and I'm like, we should have not watched this that young. We didn't get anything other than Sean Cameron was the hottest thing ever. Anyways, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so those actors were actually like the appropriate age though, and I think it's so cool to like see them grow and like see them go through puberty. And I genuinely did not know who Drake was for the longest time because I actually knew him before he was Drake. And I remember the first time I ever saw anyone talk about Drake, it was like a picture of him, and I'm like, why do you have a picture of Jimmy? And why is he standing up? Because Jimmy can't walk. Okay, Jimmy's in a wheelchair. Which I was also young enough to where I genuinely thought this guy could not walk in real life for some strange reason. And anyways, they were like, oh, it's Drake. And I'm like, no, his name is Aubrey. So I still call him Aubrey because that's his name, or Jimmy. But yeah, he's my boy.
Going back to like the whole like high school thing too. Have you guys seen Boyhood?
Yes.
That was pretty cool because
that was amazing.
Yeah, because they filmed like every year they would film like more of this one kid. So like you were seeing the same kid age throughout the movie.
It took them 24 years to film the whole movie.
Yeah. I had a friend, like a roommate in college, was like a huge like movie buff. He was like, "Oh, you guys got to watch this." And like I watched, I was like, "Oh, actually, the movie itself, I didn't think was that good. Like what made it good was that exact thing. Like yeah, like if that wasn't
the storyline was all over the place.
Yeah,
yeah,
so that was kind of cool.
I think they do it because I'm sure they do it because there's rules about like kids in movies and that a number of hours in school, and they can't work more than 6 hours in a row without a break or something like that. So I know they do it because they want adults so that they can use and abuse them.
Yeah. One thing I heard too about that Boyhood movie that was kind of cool too was like they just let him do like kind of like whatever he wanted. That kid, like if his hair would like if he grew out his hair that year, they were like, yeah, like just we'll film it. Like so you're kind of like actually seeing him like grow up, which is like kind of neat.
It was also a super low budget movie. So.
Yeah.
One quick note about Canada, because Degrassi is Canadian, and I just thought about this. And also, Jake from Canada, if you're still on the chat, when I was growing up, I didn't realize that they were from Canada for the longest time. And I remember Emma, I always watched Emma on Degrassi, and she would always say, sorry. I'm sorry. And I was like, what?
Oh
Why
my
did
God,
she say it like that?
did.
She was, anytime she would get mad, she'd be like, I'm sorry. It's like, so I'd say it like that. And then I realized later it was a Canadian thing to say sorry like that. Do you say sorry like that, Jake? Are you on here still? I actually quite like it. I think it's so cute.
I want to know, does he say A lot?
Oh, let me
I
think.
did.
What else did they do?
We went to
on
high
the
school with a family from Canada, and the oldest sister did say sorry.
Sorry.
Never.
The younger ones had grown up mostly in the United States, so they didn't have this.
I actually really love it. It's so cute.
What part of
guys.
Canada are you from, Jake? I want to know.
You on here? Never watched that. You've never watched Degrassi? It was on, I believe they call it Much Music or something in Canada, and it's it's changed a lot. It was like Team Nick and
I was gonna say Team Nick aired it at some point.
Yeah.
No, there's lots of Canadian stereotypes, and I have none of those, so I don't know. I never say A. Oh, okay. I don't know if this was Canadian or not, but this one's also like a really random one. Total Drama, like the animated show Total Drama, which probably none of y'all have ever seen.
No, I
That
was
My little brother loved that show.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm out. The YouTuber just brought up Zach and Cody. Like, okay, you guys are reminding me how much older than you I am. I'm leaving. We're not talking about Zach and Cody.
Look, I saw Total Drama Island, Total Drama Action, Total Drama World Tour, which was the best one. I'm sorry if you don't think World Tour was the best one.
I stopped after Island. I was over
Girl,
it.
World Tour is on YouTube. I like what I think.
Talk about.
Yeah,
I'm also.
I was too old to watch Zach and Cody, but somehow it would like always be on randomly, and I would get sucked in. Like I would just be like, "Okay, I'm watching this now."
You know what? I was way too old to watch, and I did anyway. The Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh, I only watched it because my cousins watched it, and
But like the Nick
got
Jr.
addicted a little
the
bit.
version that's currently on television now.
Oh, okay.
Mickey Mouse. Is it the club or is it?
Or Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? Yeah, Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
Club.
I watched
Zach
that
and
with
Cody's
him
good.
like constantly.
My favorite part of that show existing is a meme that I saw floating around on like my work channel Slack, where someone posted like the caption was, "Why is there a bottle of wine under your desk?" And then it's a picture of Mickey. That's a special surprise to help us later.
That's a special surprise. That's pretty funny.
Yes.
Yeah. But really quickly, Tim, did you see? You probably didn't, but there was like someone on YouTube who literally was like recreating Total Drama, and they were doing Total Drama reunion.
Yes, I did.
And
I
it got taken down. It got taken down after a day, and like they wouldn't let him keep it up because it was like considered like plagiarism or whatnot. But like the guy, they put so much work. It took like a year. I did watch the episode. It wasn't like amazing or anything, but no offense, the person's not going to watch this. No offense if you ever happen to watch this video.
It's
3
Jake.
hours in.
I do have news on that front because apparently, and I doubt this was the reason why, I'm sure it's like they genuinely thought it was too close to not take money from it, but they are doing it's not called reunion. I think it's just called like Total Drama Flat. They're bringing it back for
Yeah. Well, they have to bring back the same characters. I just don't think that they're going to watch it if they're not the same characters. Like, I don't know. Like, I would still watch it with the same characters. I think really, though, they had so much interest in that reunion. There were so many people who were like following that where they would be idiots not to bring it back because they acted like there wasn't any interest. But obviously 23 and 30 people, like there's tons of people grown now that are still like, yeah, I want to see that show. So anyways, sorry, that was a random sidetrack. I know you guys don't, a lot of you guys don't know that show, but
I want to bring it back to Marvel real quick because I'm not big into
Connor,
like
please.
I'm not big into like I don't pay attention to like any kind of theories or anything like that. But I wonder if you guys heard this because my brother was like he's like super into theories and stuff, and he told me this. And I thought it was so funny, but it was like also like highly accurate. So he was saying, like, I forget what it was about WandaVision. I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but he had this like big theory about it. And I was like, I don't know, it doesn't like make sense to me. And I guess he was like reading it somewhere else. He's like, you don't think it makes sense? He's like, they also said for Endgame that it was going to end. Ant-Man was going to shrink down and crawl up Thanos' butt.
I heard that one.
And then expand. And I was like, that would be hilarious. But then I was like, I don't know. Have you guys heard that before?
I did. It was someone actually made like a cut of it, like with shots from Ant-Man of him like microsizing and then like leaping and then like cross cut it with like Thanos going.
I think it was like the clip of where he's being stabbed by Thor. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, I was just like so insane. But then like part of me was like, I was like, oh, like wow, like that could have worked. Like, anyways, I had to get that off.
And then we somehow cycle back to getting a surprise.
So I mean, is that where it ends?
I guess that's.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
April, did you want to say something?
So my favorite Marvel theory, and I'm going to touch on it a little bit next week in a video, but it's the little clip from Spider-Man Homecoming where it's Captain America doing like the tension videos.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a theory that that's actually Loki.
Yes.
Yes. And I think it's brilliant, and I am all for it. I'm ready for Loki.
Controlling Captain America by being in these informational VHS videos. I love it.
Because if you've seen Dark World, which I mean, a lot of people don't like Dark World, but it's that scene where he's going around and he's like, how about this? And it's Chris Evans as Captain America.
Just being like part of that universe and getting a call one day like, hey,
you want to pop over?
You want to be in a quick little scene in Dark World? Yeah. We need you here on Tuesday. Like, how cool was that?
Supposedly he just like went to go visit people because Tom Hiddleston was in the Captain America. There's pictures of him in the Captain America suit, and it was just supposed to be Loki in Captain America suit. But Chris Evans just happened to stop by, and they're like, well, we're filming this, so you want to go ahead and like
cameo.
Fun story. We were in the Dark World, and I had not seen it yet, and I don't think you had either, but we had like set aside the night to go out and see Dark World. And in the middle of Dark World, I had to use the bathroom, and I was like looking up like runp.com, like when can I leave, miss the least amount of information. So it was apparently, that was a legit website that we used to look at.
It is. I look it up all the time. Every time I go to a movie.
There was a scene where, the scene you're talking about, where Loki is like basically just trolling Thor, and nothing happens of plot consequence for like about a minute and a half. And it's a really great scene that I would not ever skip again. But
it's the best scene out of the movie.
This is my one moment. So I like start walking down the stadium stairs, and I like round the corner, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to run so that I don't miss, because I know this is really, really short. And as I'm reaching for the door, I hear Chris Evans' voice, and it's like, it feels good to be back in these tight pants. And I turn around and I ran back in. So I'm gonna miss anything in this movie. It is not gonna be Captain America's surprise bit.
Yes.
And it was like 3 seconds long, and then I literally like ran back in because I was like, I cannot miss this.
And that's why you don't down a large Coke before a Marvel movie.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I know we're all getting really tired. Really quickly, if you guys...
Can you tell?
Really quickly,
I think I fell asleep twice.
Yeah, Ajanaclair was just like... if you guys wanted to, though, we can go around and just say what your favorite moment of this episode was, and what your I think we talked, maybe Tim and Katie, about our favorite moment thus far in the series, or no, we talked about our favorite episode. So like if you want to just talk about your favorite moment you think from the series, and then also your favorite moment from this episode, we'll end it there. We'll end it with WandaVision, since we've been everywhere around the world. So is anyone ready to start? I'll pick April. April, go.
Okay. So a couple like both of my favorite moments, like in the series and like in the finale, are both kind of like mom moments. And the one in the series is like when the babies are born, she's like trying to like rock them, get them calmed down, and like you think they're about to, and they spit out their passies and stuff like that. I'm a daycare teacher, and like I work in the baby room, and this is like my everyday life. So like I was like, yes, I mean, yes. And then my favorite moment from the series finale was the end, where she's like, thank you for choosing me as your mom, because that was totally just the most mom thing, and it made me cry more. Like if I couldn't, like I didn't think I could cry more, and I just started bawling. I'm trying not to tear up thinking about it.
No. Ajanaclair, you can go before you fall asleep again.
Yeah, when you guys watch the replay, I'm like,
I told you guys you could cut out at any time. I would not be offended.
But then that's gonna make me feel older, and I'm already feeling old being here. So I'm like, no, I can't leave before the young people. So no. I think my favorite moment really was just kind of when kind of Monica Rambeau just kind of took charge of the situation. Like, she's going in there to help. Like, what she just kind of realizes, like, Wanda isn't a villain. Like, she's somebody who needs our help. And she was going in there to, like, rescue Darcy. And when she, like, walked through the hex, I love that moment. My favorite moment of tonight's episode was the same one that Christina says, like that kind of last conversation between Wanda and Vision right before everything just ended. It was just, I don't know, it was like the best like love story moment when he was just talking to her and just trying to put her mind at ease, because he knows like this is the last time he will ever be able to comfort her, at least for now.
Morgan.
Dang it. I've been trying to think about it.
You knew you were next.
I know. I was under pressure. My favorite moment of this episode was like similar to Ajanaclair's and Christina's, where they're talking, and the line that we'll see each other again, like that just gives me so much hope. So I love that. That's probably my favorite part. But out of the series, I don't know. I really love Darcy. Just everything that Darcy is in, like I just love her. And so I guess that, but if I had to pick something, I think it would just be the series finale. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Hey, Connor.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought like a cool moment in this one was like when you started like noticing in the like the fight scene, like the runes, and you got kind of saw like that turning too, like how she kind of like she's like I don't remember exactly what she said, but some lines like remember like you said this kind of thing, like kind of like learning from her.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool how she like spun it like that. And I mean from the show in general, I mean we were talking earlier about like kind of like the almost like how they were pushing it a little bit like of like we saw like kind of like horror in this a little bit. Like one scene that I thought was like super cool was I think it was the episode Ajanaclair was kind of talking about too, where Vision kind of tries to leave the hex, but it was like when it was Halloween night and you were seeing like people that were like not moving and like the tears and stuff like that. It was like super eerie, like watching that. I thought
It was.
but it was kind of cool. Like, I don't know. I just like didn't expect to have almost like a Marvel movie. Like I kind of like that they were like pushing that like a little bit.
Yeah. What about you, Katie?
I probably will change my mind when I rewatch it, just because I'll have noticed something. But I still think favorite moment of the whole series was the line that Vision says about grief and being the love persevering, because I think it just I think it sums up the whole show basically. It also made me sob like a lot. And then I guess for this episode, I'll say my favorite like awesome moment was Wanda's full realization as Scarlet Witch and her costume and everything. And then my favorite like please hold me, I'm crying was the like tucking, like the whole scene with like tucking and stuff. Like
yeah,
basically from when that started to when the hex collapsed and Vision went away. It was just beautiful. But my like adrenaline badass scene with Wanda being revealed in her costume was awesome too.
Tim, what about you?
First.
Okay, apparently I stole his thunder.
My almost exact. I would say like in contrast to everyone else loving that last moment of, I mean, there are no bad moments in the show. Honestly, I don't think screen time wasted everything. In fact, as everyone's pointed out, we could have gone on for another hour and enjoyed that full hour of an extra hour of WandaVision. But I think that my favorite moment from this episode was the more tender moment of them just like tucking the boys into bed, knowing that this is all going to come down around them, and just saying like, we're so proud of you. And then if I had to pick a favorite moment of the whole series, it would either be the moment when Wanda creates her new costume, which is very much her embracing her own identity after literal, like almost a decade of her identity being interwoven with grief. This is her like really coming into her own and saying, I refuse to be who they say I am, which I thought was really, really cool. Or it would be the moment that was much earlier in the show. Well, not actually now. It was actually much later in the show, but it feels like forever ago, when they're walking through her memories and just that 5 to 10 seconds of her just watching Dick Van Dyke and hearing like the music swell around her and realizing like how much of her previous identity was wrapped up in those tender moments with her family, just enjoying the quiet and watching something together. And that, for me, defined kind of the whole show too. And my moment of this chat was us falling apart over Canada and the YouTuber being such a good sport about it all.
Literally the nicest human being, I tell you.
I don't know. I'm starting to get a little jealous of Tim and the YouTuber. I feel like they got something going
They
on.
got a bromance going on here. Like a
bromance.
hardcore bromance.
Really bonding, yes.
Yeah, really bonding. I think for me, my favorite moment of this episode, I have to pick two, really. The one that makes me the saddest, I guess, was like probably that moment in the town square when she realizes like everyone was like hurting and she like starts freaking out because she like she's like, I didn't mean, like, I didn't know you're not hurting. Like, this isn't happening. Like, you're safe. Like that. I mean, that moment got me so hard. And I also liked, this is kind of like just all of the scene at the end with her and the kids and Vision, and literally it was like almost like the Titanic, like I think Ajanaclair maybe said, it's like, it was like the Titanic, like they were just waiting for it to happen. They knew it was going to happen. And it was just a very beautiful, beautiful scene. So that was it for this episode. Overall, kind of like Tim said, I think specifically the specific moment I loved in the entire show was that very first flashback when Wanda was there and like Agatha was like, go on, like this is like, you're in this scene, like this is you. And her face, like when she saw her parents again, like that just, it was just a beautiful scene. Like that was such a, like we talked about last week, that was such a well acted episode by Elizabeth Olsen. Like it was so good. So that for me, I think was my favorite probably in the entire show. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that I made you all exhausted and made y'all stay up and do this, but I appreciate it. Ajanaclair somehow made it through. She made it through.
She's a one thing.
I have to actually go edit a video for tomorrow.
Oh no!
I was gonna say the night is young.
I need to do a voiceover, but I'm just going to do it in the morning.
There you go.
Ajanaclair, you're gonna be like asleep at your computer for real. I cannot see you making it through.
I don't. I think I'm probably just gonna go to sleep and then wake up really early.
I apologize. In the future, which I mean, I knew this one was gonna go kind of long, anyways. But because we had to watch the episode and then talk about it, and then of course we get way off topic. But I promise in the future I will work on like making them short. Oh, thank you, the YouTuber. I tell you, the sweetest person ever.
Yeah.
Got all of her hashtags.
There you go.
Oh, look at all the-
Yeah. How
He's
sweet.
so sweet.
Canadians really are sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you all the people who have commented. I really appreciate it. And it was a good episode of WandaVision. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.